That's out of the stadium!
Let's go! Come on! Something! Come on!
Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back in to a production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. This time it is the XBL semifinals, Game 4, and then potentially Game 5 and 6 if necessary. We'll see how it plays out. My name is Weaver for Prez tonight. Of course, I'll be on the play-by-play commentary, and I'm joined by one of the co-commissioners of the XBL. His name is Dwayne. How you doing tonight, Dwayne? We had some awesome games earlier, really, and should have some good ones tonight, too.
Yes, very, very excited for this set we have tonight in the XBL. We got the resumption of games 4 through 6, if necessary, of Ashnod and Light Snack. But yeah, the baseball tonight has already been good with the AAA feature we had as well, games 3 and 4 of Pizza and Phillies.
Yeah, and if you weren't with us for maybe for season 8, you weren't hanging around. This is a rematch, a semifinals rematch, the exact same second seed versus 3 seed matchup that we saw last season. That series maybe I guess you could say a bit closer than what we're seeing here. Granted, the games haven't been total blowouts in favor of Ashnod. Granted, he is winning the series 3-0, so certainly still a chance. You could ask pretty much anyone who follows the league. Floribel, aka Light Snack, he is not out of this, is he?
No, he is not. Indeed, this is going to be possibly, his point to jump off. Honestly, the series is 3-0. Is if his offense comes out hot and Ashnod's pitching isn't able to keep up the same way it did last night. If you were here for the games, it was exceptional. If he's not able to hit his spots like he was last night, Light Snack's offense could easily get hot and make this into a series very, very quickly.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight. We have at least one game, and if Light Snack keeps on winning, we could have 3 anywhere in between. It's going to be a lot of fun. We could see Ashnod tonight punch his ticket to the World Series. Anything is possible, and we'll get started in just a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. Swagger Center, ladies and gentlemen, the site of game number 4 of this best of 7 semifinals. The Chicago Blues lead the Beaky Bay Birdies 3-0 in the series. Dwayne, this is win right. The final XBL game cast in Swagger Center because of some possibly impending bans on the stadium list.
Yeah, sorry, you cut out there at the beginning a little bit there, but I caught the end of what you were saying. Yeah, we could see possibly Swagger Center remain on that ban list right now that's being tested. So, yeah, very well could be one of the last games at this park.
All right, hopefully the technical issues start and end there. Apologies for that. In any case, we are underway here. Muddy Waters in an even count. It will be Goosey Gander. Converted to a velocity pitcher. I know in the regular season she was an attempted junker baller. Didn't work out at all times as Ashnod leads off the game with a hard hit single.
Yeah, nicely hit single there from Ashnod. He's getting things started with his leadoff hitter who had some success at Swagger Center. Or not in Swagger Center, respectively, but in the games yesterday. We'll see now how Snack's able to handle this. If he's able to hit that location like we were talking about, he's had a lot of success with the heater.
Yeah, so both of these guys going to have to use their number 4 starters in this game. And that you would think with the deficit, I mean, the pressure was already on Light Snack to win. But I would think more so with the number 4 starter. We'll see how that plays out. That's an excellent 2-seamer on the front door. Now the 2-2 to the left side of the infield, caught by Hooter Hoot. That will deny Ashnod his second single in a row.
Yeah, that was a really, really great dive from Hooter Hoot. That's not the first time Snack has had some seriously good reflexes to get it done there at the hot corner.
That one was a bit of a mislocation, so Ashnod will easily put that into the deepest part of the park. Racing around third is, I believe, Muddy Waters with the first run of the ball game. That is a 1-out double. That'll bring up Staples.
Yeah, you got to watch out here now. Make sure you hit that location if your Snack. Ashnod's starting to look warmed up. He's definitely looking at home still on the 93 ego, even though it is raised 3 points from the regular season ego of 90.
Heading the count now as Gander falls behind. Mavis Staples looking for something to drive, gets it, but is late. Gonna try that front door pitch again, and that's effective. 2-2. No, not offered at by Ashnod. Not too surprising. So now a full count pitch and a big one from Light Snack. Takes his time. Goes with the fastball. Blowing away. Hit hard, but out to Woodsy Owl. Makes the catch. Getting back as the runner.
Yeah, I thought that fastball was pretty well placed from Snack. There's not a lot you can do with it when it's put all the way out there. Ashnod's still able to hit it hard, but not able to get enough juice under it to make it too dangerous.
Tries the backdoor slider. It just misses. You can tell Light Snack trying to be a bit more methodical and slow in pace here. Doesn't want to rush and miss executions on pitches. 1-1 is a fastball high. Chasing a bit there was Ashnod. And that will end the inning, but not before Chicago does take that 1-run lead. Now it's time for Beaky Bay to try and answer back.
Yeah, pretty clean inning overall besides the 1 run scored, the couple of hits there in the top of the order. Snack able to use a bit of a methodical approach and get some interesting contact out of Ashnod's bat.
Chicken Dinner swinging at the first pitch is a slow ground ball out to James. Quickly on to first for the out. That'll bring up Big Bird. Nobody aboard.
Number 13.
Both of these players, if you're unfamiliar with our league, as this should be two pitches, 2 outs here. If you're unfamiliar with our league, these are probably the consensus 2 best power hitters in Super Mega Baseball. These guys absolutely rake. Of course, you could certainly make the argument that the best all-around hitter might be Lazy, certainly the best all-around player. John Lee Hooker, number 4 starter, pretty good stats.
Yeah, there's really no doubt that these two are at the top of the mountain as far as power goes.
Yeah, these guys can absolutely swing it with authority. And that is going to be a strikeout, so a very clean, quick, and unthreatening inning there for Ashnod's Coupon. Great pitching. Someone who's, I don't know if you could say he's really known for his pitching, but I know it was a big problem for him in Season 8. He definitely cleaned it up a little bit in Season 9.
Yeah, last night Mike and I bore witness to Ashnod's refined pitching. He was absolutely painting all over the zone, inside, outside, high, low, fastball, off speed. It was really impressive to watch. There was not a lot Snack could do with some of the pitches Ashnod was throwing him up there. There wasn't as much missing, as there was in Season 8, and it's definitely benefiting him here in this semifinal.
Yeah, definitely interesting, especially considering the last update to this game from Metalhead, making the power pitching minigame a bit harder, especially high egos. That one is crushed. That was not a bad pitch, low and away. Ashnod taking a deep. Big Bird leaps to make the catch, but it is off his glove. Unfortunate 10% odd miss there. But he could get him at third to throw in, and he is out. Wow, that turns into a great play for Light Snack.
What a play. Wow, that was insane. I thought he had it. Honestly, it was pretty high up there, and the jump was well timed, but the tough odds happened, and Ashnod just not enough speed to get to third. That was a risky send.
Very risky send indeed. Not, base running aggression, not typically the MO of this player, this prolific player. But nonetheless, it's 2 outs now after it was followed by a line out to the shortstop. 93 batting ego, 90 ego for the rest of the game's components. As that one is ripped over the head of Hooter Hoot. The Owl dives, cannot trap it, so it'll go to the wall. That'll make it a double here. Ends up being a sliding play nonetheless. There's not much speed in this lineup. That'll bring up the pitcher Hooker.
Yeah, the changeup hit hard by Ashnod still. It was buried deep in the corner by Snack. But that one's grounded over to first, and that should end the inning.
Wow. That catches him way off balance. That curveball not put in the best spot, but it fooled Ashnod just enough. So that ends the threat. That brings up Bakbagok. Still a 1-run game.
Yeah, it results in a pretty clean inning there for Snack.
Center fielder almost making that one of those innings that you really hate to see, but that 10% dropped ball. But Ashnod kind of running himself out of that one. Now falling behind Bakbagok, as dangerous a hitter as you will find in this lineup, or in the XBL for that matter. But way behind, 100 miles per hour out of the hand of John Lee Hooker. Silences the bat of Bakbagok. That's the first out. The good pitching continues for Ashnod. And then very quickly, First pitch swinging. We've seen a few of those short at bats out of Light Snack. I mean, he's getting strikes, so it makes sense that he's swinging. It's just the results haven't fallen in yet.
Yeah, just not great on the placement there from Snack. Kind of hacked at that one. Hooter Hoot hits it pretty hard over to short, but he's just getting on top of it.
Yeah, so 6 up, 6 down for the Birdies. Not the start they wanted offensively. The pitching hasn't been bad, really. It's only the 1 run allowed. Obviously, Ashnod capable of much more. Both players, really. Goosey Gander to Waters. 2-1 fastball hit hard left field. Woodsy Owl on the rim of the track makes the catch. That is the first out.
The right fielder.
I think the tempo from Snack has definitely been benefiting him. We saw him in the first 3 games moving very, very quickly through pitches and missing a lot more locations. This approach has definitely changed things up. Perhaps Ashnod now taking a bit of time to gather himself, because you can tell he's definitely not getting the contact he wants on some of these pitches.
The 1-0 is in there, but it's hit very hard left field towards that bullpen. It is gone. There's that first home run of the game between these two sluggers, and it belongs to the Chicago Blues.
Yeah, nice swing there from Ashnod. Jake Blues got his 5th homer of the playoffs. You can see just by the totals on each of these players, Ashnod just hits him out of the park with absolute authority.
Here's the slider. It's in a great spot, low and away, so it's in there. Elwood Blues now hitting .609 in these playoffs. Ashnod is yet to drop a game in these playoffs. He had a best of 5 right off the bat with Government, swept him, has won the first 3 games of this semifinals. Looking for back-to-back series sweeps.
Performance sports equipment for home security.
Bit of time expiring through this at bat. It'll lead to this 1-2 pitch, and it's just missed. No offer from Ashnod. Yeah, like you were saying, Lightsnack definitely slowing the game down in this one. That's an excellent fastball high and away. That's what you got to do to Ashnod. You got to live upstairs like that.
Yeah, he's really painting some of these fastballs, and Ashnod just can't reach them. I think the ego does make a bit of difference there. You know, he's not quite used to getting up there all the time as he was on 90 ego, so it's definitely benefited Snack. Let's see what happens with this curveball. He's hung it a bit, hits it hard, but yeah, a pitch like that throws off Ashnod's timing as well.
Yeah, no problem for Pear Tree. Even in a smaller hitter stadium like this, there's plenty of room out there for him to run, especially right center, so he makes the catch. And now he gets his chance to bat, hitting .406 in these playoffs. That fastball ran very wild. Locked in now is John Lee Hooker through 16 pitches. Has gone 6 up, 6 down. Lightsnack chasing a bit inside there. That changeup not missed, however. And that will be the first base runner of the game for Beaky Bay.
Yeah, nice swing there from Light Snack. We've seen his 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters getting good shots up the middle. He's putting well-timed swings on the ball with those players that don't quite have as much power as the top of his order. So maybe that can set the table, as that one might sneak fair. Ooh, just foul by inches.
Yeah, needing a second here is Light Snack. That would have been extra. That would have definitely gotten the runner at least to third, so probably runners in second and third. Instead, it's a foul ball. A 1-1 count to Layden Egg, who goes chasing down way below the zone. That should be 2. Back to first. It is. So that could be a big momentum killer here.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Snack now, and he's showing bunt, but it looks like he's going to reach back and take a swing there with Goosey Gander. Easy toss by Hooker over to first, and that'll be a quick inning for Ashnod after the hit. Yeah,
back-to-back at-bats there where Light Snack went fishing towards the plate. Uncharacteristic of him, but again, the 93 ego, it's not 90, it's just different. You know, it's 3 degrees harder. And it has shown here. Ashnod, of course, since the Metalhead update to make pennant race easier to find games, has played quite a few of those, getting his ego up to, I believe, 95. 2-2 just misses curveball inside. 3-2 fastball popped up. Good pitch there in on the hands. Pear tree under it. Makes the catch, so that is the first out.
Yeah, well placed fastball from Snack there. He didn't get the location quite perfect, but it's one of those, when you let go of the timing right there on the power pitch, you feel like it's going to still end up in a really great spot, and that's Ashnod was kind of handcuffed with it.
Not handcuffed there. Oh, what a catch by Chicken Dinner, climbing the ladder, robbing Ashnod of probably a double.
Yeah, huge catch from Chicken Dinner. That's definitely saving a hit. And that one's hit hard over shortstop, and that should be the inning. So some hard contact from Ashnod. But Snack getting out of it clean. Another scoreless one.
Light Snack bears down after the double play that he hit into in his half. Bears down and has a 1-2-3 inning. Now we head to the bottom of the fourth. Chicken Dinner, second time through the lineup now for Ashnod. Falls behind. Chicken Dinner, 308 average, obviously good in baseball terms, but in this lineup it kind of stands out maybe as a bit low, especially with how talented Light Snack is. Count is full. Yeah.
He's using that discipline. That's all what I was going to say, and takes a good walk there.
Yeah, he uses his discipline perfectly. Draws the walk. A long at bat too.
Number 13.
That'll bring up Big Bird. Again, 289. I can't remember the last time I saw a birdie hitting under 300 in any capacity. Granted, the sample size only 8 games. So now 1-2 pitch to Big Bird. Coming up. And he swings right through it, 101 miles per hour. That fastball, just a hair inside, but it was on the plate for a strike.
Yeah, there's just not a ton that Ashnod's leaving over the middle of the plate, and that's what's really helped him out. Snack's been unable to wrap around a few of those. That one, though, left right down the pipe. You can see Snack going to take a second after taking a pitch like that.
Yeah, perhaps unhappy with himself. It looked like he was trying to camp the reticle inside, and the pitch ended up being a meatball. So no trigger was pulled. Still only a 1-1 count. One of the stronger hitters in the lineup is at the plate.
Yeah, Broodmother last night, I believe in game 2, I want to say it was the game at Swagger Center. Went, I think, 4 for 4 with 4 doubles. So let's see if she can continue. Right, yeah. Oh, baby, there it goes.
That's very high, very deep. Ashnod back leaps, makes the catch. Oh. Robs them of extra bases. Wow. We don't typically sing the praises of the Blues defense. We have to here. That was great.
I thought off the bat that I had way more velocity going towards, a bit deeper in center field, but really tough break for Light Snack. Ashnod able to get there with Muddy Waters. That's probably one of the better fielders he has on his entire team out there, parked in center.
I'm not totally certain if it would have cleared the fence. It had such a sharp drop. I think maybe it would have been off the wall. In any case, this is into the gap. This could score the first run of the game for Beaky Bay. But Bakbagak needs to beat this out, and he does. Throw home not nearly in time. Beaky Bay on the board.
Yeah, well done there from Snack. Good base running. Everyone just gets saved there. Was a little closer than it maybe needed to be. Let's see if the 2-out magic can continue.
That one low. The count is even. That one ripped, but right at Paul Butterfield. So that will end the inning. That probably stings a little bit for Light Snack, bidding to go down the right field line and maybe tie the game. But in any case, does get the run, so a productive inning nonetheless. That'll bring up BB King.
Yeah, the lead cut in half. Let's see if Light Snack can be methodical again and find his way to another clean inning. He's got the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. BB King is just as dangerous as every other hitter in this Blues lineup.
Ripped that one, but it was foul. So now Ash maybe needing a second to collect himself. It's a 1-1 count. Both players perhaps needing a short break here. We're in the top of the 5th. That one just missing. Down and away. Good sequencing here from Light Snack. Gonna go with the fastball, I would think. The 2-2. Gets him to chase a little bit. It is down the line, knocked down by the first baseman Broodmother. Gander covers for the nice play.
Yeah, it was a good play by Broodmother to knock it down. That one could have snuck fared if she doesn't, get a glove on that at all. So, well done. Now we got the pitcher at the plate. Ashnod got a few hits with his pitcher in the series, or the games of this series earlier. That one was hit really hard, stung right at Pear Tree.
Yeah, so quickly 2 down. The pitching has not been really an issue for Light Snack here in the 5 innings through this game. Keeping it close, doing a nice job. Buddy Waters, who had that excellent catch in center field, to the plate. That one crushed. Left center field, Pear Tree should have a play running back, and he does. So that is a 1-2-3 inning. That's consecutive zeros put up on the board by Light Snack.
Yeah, this is a pretty well-pitched game through 5. A couple blemishes on the scoreboard, but 2-1 is definitely where you want to have Ashnod going later into a ball game where maybe your bats can get hot, or just as hot, if not hotter than his.
That one brushing Hootie Hooter off the plate. That next pitch was right down the middle. It must have caught Light Snack off guard because he popped it straight up to the infield for the first out.
Yeah, tough break there with Hootie Hooter Hoot. You thought you would just get better wood on that no matter what. Maybe there was part of it in the timing. We're going to see Pear Tree here hit, try and start things off.
Yeah, Pear Tree had the first hit of the game for the Birdies with a single up the middle in the 3rd. A couple home runs this postseason. That fastball blew him away. The 2-1 is another fastball, not missed this time by Light Snack. That's out to right field, out to Blues. For a 1-out knock, tying run aboard with, I believe, one of the speedier runners on this team, and now laid an egg with a chance to drive him in.
It's the second time Pear Tree's gotten on. Let's see now if Snack can hit a strike with the laid egg. Last time he grounded into a double play.
Certainly looking to avoid the inning-ending double play. That one swung through, almost painting there was Ash. The 1-2 from Hooker inbound. And it's a changeup that freezes Light Snack low and away. So that's a big strikeout there, and that should be the day for Goosey Gander. Laid an egg goes tense after the double play and the looking K.
Perhaps. Yeah, here comes Booby Birdbrain going to do the pinch hitting here.
Yeah, Birdbrain off the bench. The day is done for Goosey Gander. A great outing, 5 innings, 2 runs against the top offense in Season 9 of the XBL. Long Ball Award winner, Ashnod's coupon. Pitching to Birdbrain now. Fastball hit hard the other way through the hole, so that will advance the runner. The pinch hit pays off. They're going to need another hit here.
Second baseman, number 30.
Yeah, things are starting to pile up, though. That lineup's turning over. Ooh, a tough one to take, but maybe not the best pitch to offer at, so. Snack looking for his pitch. Now he's down 0-2 in the count early.
Yeah, a couple tough takes, puts him behind. Could see the heat here. No, it's another off speed off the plate. Good speed at second. Light Snack looking to make contact, but he cannot. 99 miles per hour, painted up and away. This looks like a totally different Ashnod than we saw in Season 8.
Yeah, the pitching is exceptional. Just the placement. Maybe it's the power pitching. He's finally nailed down the timing of it, and he's just not missing where he's wanting to locate a lot of these balls. Off speed or fastball.
So now finger looking good into the game. First reliever of this solid pen. I believe it's 4 bars. But the first pitch screwball is absolutely sent to left center field, and Chicago re-extends that lead to 2.
Yeah, that ball was nailed. I thought for a second it was going to hit that pole. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before, but either way, Jake Blues hitting at about 135 miles per hour out of the park. Well done by Ashnod. But his now Snack's bullpen here starting to give up the runs early.
Yeah, and tense after one pitch, his finger licking good. Snack needing a second, perhaps, before delivering the next one. Not sure where to put it, it would seem. At the buzzer goes for the fastball, and it's in there. The 0-1. That one's crushed, but foul. K-Man activates on Finger Licking Good, and it's just a bit too far outside to get Ashnod to chase. 1-2 smacked up the middle. Hairtree needs to cut it off to hold it at a single. It's exactly what he does. Kind of seems like Ashnod, if perhaps he was asleep, perhaps the pitching was just too good, but it kind of seems like the script is flipping a bit.
Yeah, indeed it is. Now Snack's going to maybe try and find a ground ball. He's going for the high pitch. Woodsy Owl might have a handle on that, though. No slide needed.
Yeah, so 1 out now. Still, the game perfect. Well, perfectly not the right word, but the game's still manageable in its current state. 2-run deficit. That changeup not quite on the corner, so it's hit pretty hard through the left side by Ashnod. Woodsy Owl runs it all the way back in.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Yeah, there's some danger now as the base paths start to pile up. We know the power that Paul Butterfield and the rest of this lineup possesses.
I've 77 in these playoffs is Butterfield. Chicken Dinner dives, makes the catch, flips to second. Can you believe that?
What a catch and what a little toss there. That was just a beautiful, beautiful play to keep things where they are here at 3-1.
Yeah, that could be a big momentum shift for Light Snack. Here in the bottom of the 6th, we're getting into crunch time. Deficit's still only 2. And, it kind of looked yesterday like early on, maybe the increase to 93 ego wasn't affecting Ash so much, right? He was crushing the ball, but I mean, you can't really say that here. He's held to 3 runs through 5 batting innings.
He hasn't really he hasn't really been able to get the engines revving too hard yet. But neither is Light Snack, so that's really contributed to the closeness of this one. This is feeling like a bit more of a pitcher's duel between these two at 3-1.
Yeah, a far cry from what we saw last year, right?
For sure.
Yeah, last year, if you weren't with us, each of those games piling up monumental run totals. It's now a 1-1 pitch to Roost Broodmother. Popped up, but it's towards that wall over there. And it's actually not caught by Jake Blues. He doesn't get to the spot, so another chance for Light Snack. See if he can do anything with it. Doesn't look like he will. Staples throws him out. There's 2 down.
Yeah, wasn't able to make him pay there on the second chance. He thought maybe Broodmother had it in her. But now he's got Bok Bagok. If he can sit for a pitch he wants to hit, this hitter's as dangerous as they come.
Bok Bagok swinging on that inside changeup, making the leaping grab is Paul Butterfield. Like we said, the defense not something that usually makes highlights for the Blues, but tonight we've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, indeed we have. It's just been out of favor for Light Snack tonight with the way some of those balls have not been able to escape into the outfield. That's a great play from Layden Egg. Her arm just not quite enough though to get the runner.
Now batting, the
Yeah,
catcher,
beating that out by a step was the runner, even with not a whole lot of speed over there. It's typically one of the harder plays when the shortstop has to dive into the hole rather than towards second base. In any case, it's a leadoff infield single. BB King gonna see a pitch here and takes it. The 1-1 popped up. The rare weak contact audio cue out of Ashnod. That's gonna be the first out.
Yeah, nice job there, Snack getting another out. Or the first out, they didn't, excuse me. I thought there was already one, but he's got the pitcher up, so if he can find a way to get some... Ooh, we're going to see a pinch hitter.
Now batting,
It's going to be Thomas
Yeah, the
Dorsey.
bench not the strongest for the Blues, but still an upgrade over the pitcher, even if it's marginal. Plenty of speed at the plate. Light Snack considering his next move. It's a wild changeup. Hit right to Broodmother. Tags the runner. That's another clutch double play out of the Birdies defense.
Yeah, that's insane. That's as clutch as they come. Seriously, like the pitch could have gone anywhere. Ashnod absolutely clobbers it, but he's so early it goes right down the line. And Roost Broodmother was just there, and the runner was hung out to dry.
Light Snack has given himself every opportunity here in Game 4 to maybe jump back in the series. It's just the offense hasn't been there. Only 4 hits. I can't believe I'm saying it, but the Beaky Bay Birdies, only 4 hits through 6 innings. Now in the 7th, Woodsy Owl. Albertina Walker, the K-man in the Blues bullpen, looking to find that strike 2. She'll get it. So now a 2-2 K-man pitch. Off speed. Hit hard right center field, but just getting under it was Light Snack. So making the easy catches Muddy Waters.
Now batting.
Yeah, we're getting down to crunch time like you already said, but Snack could easily start the hit parade. I have a feeling, you know, he's maybe getting that eye in. It's tough with the K-man. If he can make her work and use that plate discipline though, he could see himself with some success.
2 quick strikes. Boosts the K-man velocity, and there it is. Just too hot to handle. 103 miles per hour up and away.
Center
Completely fools Light Snack. Brings a pear tree.
51.
The base is empty.
Pear tree already 2 hits though. He's gotten things started a little bit. For Light Snack, that one though grounded over to first easily, and that'll end the inning.
Yeah, very clean inning from Albertina Walker. She and her bullpen mates assigned the duties of delivering Chicago to its 2nd straight World Series appearance. Lots of work to be done, however. Broodmother cannot make the leaping catch there. Big Bird gets it quickly, so it'll be a single. Very close to making a nice play there was the first baseman.
A little bit of tomfoolery perhaps on the base pass. Ashnod ends up staying at first though. No testing.
Diving stop, maybe mistimed there by Light Snack, so it goes past the glove of Laden Egg. Maybe the tense mojo has having something to do with it anyway. Not sure exactly what happened there. In any case, the Blues threatening to make this lead even bigger.
Yeah, Snack's gonna want to find a ground ball, but it's tough to live low in the zone with Ashnod. You know, he keeps his reticle down there and he's ready to really get underneath the ball. I think he is gonna go to the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, the season on the line for the Birdies, so perhaps a desperation bullpen move inbound. Looks like it could be Mother Clucker. Thinking about Penguin. Perhaps telling Grip.
Yeah, it could be a tough decision here. You want to go with the right arm that's going to be able to get you the outs. Mother Clucker, the specialist, has definitely given Snack some success in the series.
Starts out with a nice fastball low and away. Goes back there. Gets him to shatter his bat. Broodmother back for this one. Should be the first out of the inning, and it is. So good pitching to start the outing for Mother Clucker. Now the specialist gets to activate on Staples. Granted, it is Ashnod's coupon, so can only take the specialist downgrades with a grain of salt, but a weak pop-up to Pear Tree calls off Woodsy Owl, gets it into third, quickly 2 down.
Yeah, pretty good result here so far from Mother Clucker. Let's see if she can find this third out. Snack has been finding the spot well. The call to the bullpen proving to be the move right here.
Chasing the low changeup was Ash. Cutter, red pitch. Fortunately for Snack, it goes foul. Now a strike away from getting out of this jam. If he can make the right pitch and execute on it. Goes with the low and away heater, just misses. The 1-2, hit hard, past the diving glove of the second baseman, out to Big Bird, chucks it home. Ashnod retreats to third, so still that chance to get out of it, but the bases are loaded for Paul Butterfield.
Yeah, 1 for 3 with a double. He's got a ton of power, so you can't make a mistake now with Mother Clucker. The handedness matchup also causing specialists to not be engaged, so just an out. Any way you can get it for Snack right now.
But that one's ripped. Big Bird has to catch it on the line, and he does out there by that tall wall. So Light Snack does get out of the jam. But you can see the problem there for Light Snack, only the 4 hits. He has 6 outs at the plate to work with. He must find a couple runs if he wants his season to continue, really.
Yeah, let's see what he does on the bench now. He's perhaps going to take out the tense Laden Egg.
Needs to make sure he has someone to play the position. And assuming he does, he goes with Stuffed Turkey off the bench. Albertina Walker still out there for the Blues. 11 pitches thus far. Falling behind is Ash.
Good
Gets
pitch.
back in the count. Yeah, that was a very good fastball, low and in. But that curve, or that changeup, absolute meatball. Crushed right center field. This should be off the wall. It is. It ricochets nicely for Snack, who cruises into third. with a leadoff triple. Here come the birdies.
Yeah, great pinch hit there from Stuffed Turkey, showing his stuff in this series. Now Mother Clucker, I think perhaps Snack has to pinch hit for, unless he wants to find a way to just get this runner 90 feet in. Maybe you trust in the bat of your relief pitcher right now to get it done.
Yeah, I think if it were me, knowing what options I had left in the pen, I think I would at least try and make some contact. It was a leadoff triple, so the range of outcomes definitely in Light Snack's favor. See if Ashnod wants to make a change here.
Albertina's at 15 pitches, so I can't imagine it would be anything besides defensive, but there's not a lot of defensive coverage for the Blues at large.
In any case, taking his time. Looks like Light Snack holding down the right trigger so that he can get a second. Yep, as soon as Ash was done. Wants to be ready. That changeup, not in a good spot, a little too eager, was Snack. 0-2 misses. 102 miles per hour. If he can locate one, it's going to blow away Snack, but instead it's back up the middle, leaving in the reliever. Converts into an RBI single. It's a one-run game.
And I bet Ash is saying Mother Clucker right now, giving up that single right up the chute.
Number 34.
Now Snack is within striking distance in one swing, and that one's going to get some grass out there in right field down the line. Blues able to pick it up quickly. That at least sees Mother Clucker get the third.
Mother Clucker with good base running there. We're starting to see some pitches from Ashnod that just aren't located very well. That one literally right down the middle, right as I was saying that. Here we go. Big Bird. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Light Snack obviously not wanting a double play here. It's going to be a 3-pitch strikeout. The K-Man blows him away.
Yeah, Big Bird unable to reach for it. But now Roost is up. She's got a ton of power and a ton of contact. You can see the Blues at double play depth. So no ground balls here.
Great chance in this game for Light Snack, who sends it! Left field, it's off that wall. The game is tied. He's going to come around with the go-ahead run. The birdies are not dead yet.
No, they are not. They've just taken the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So if Snack can keep the pitching mojo up next inning, he can take home the beginning of what might be something special. So he's just got to lock it down, maybe even find some more runs right here.
Yeah, certainly one run not going to feel too nice for Snack on the mound when he comes back in the 9th. So we're going to look to do more damage here. That was a shot almost out of the park for Broodmother. Off of that Pyramid Investments sign. A little bit of pausing here. It looks like Buddy Guy going to replace Albertina Walker. Perhaps, I would think, he's going to Guy for the lefty-lefty matchup, and perhaps the pitcher spot due up in the next inning. So just wants the couple outs here. That one ripped up the middle. Diving stop by Elmore James. Goes to second with it. Everybody's safe.
I can't believe wrong base disease is struck in Chicago, and they're sick.
I don't think Light Snack can believe it. Needing a pause here. That could be massive if he can find another gap or something.
This is huge now.
Your knockout coffee specialist. Tell me I'm not going to need, what, like 2 gallons?
So the batter is Woodsy Owl. Huge spot here. Righty-lefty matchup in favor of Light Snack. Granted, the advantage only in the form of a slight reticle increase.
Yeah, we shall see when the tension breaks here. What's to happen next? Woodsy does have enough power to park one if Snack can get another pitch to get a hold of, but anything in the gap could probably score that runner from first.
I'm going to run out here. So either Ashnod pauses or something's got to give here.
Now with the taste of hyper cheese. Explosive.
Okay, the pitch from Ashnod is a strike, so we're back underway here. Buddy Guy, a lot of pressure on him. Oh, both those pitches looked very similar. One was a ball, one a strike. That one ripped up the middle. There's an insurance run for Beaky Bay. Woodsy Owl comes through. We'll see what Hooter Hoot can do.
Yeah, here we go. The runs are starting to pile up, and this is getting dangerous for Ashnod. I don't know if Buddy Guy's seen 3 hitters yet, but maybe he's just taking some time to contemplate.
yeah, sometimes you can't really know what's what's going on, if anything's going on behind the scenes. That's what the pause time is there for. So at some point we'll see another pitch from Buddy Guy. Hootie Hooter Hoot awaits. This has been a great inning for the Birdies, scoring I believe 4 times. Really not sure what's going on here with Ashnod.
Yeah, I mean, there's gamesmanship or maybe just trying to recover from that possibly extremely fatal error on that toss to second base.
Gets back in the count with the fastball. Buddy Guy, the 2-1, misses. Working pretty quickly here is Ash after the pausing. Now Light Snack needs a second here. 3-1 in the dirt. Bases are going to be loaded, I believe, for Pear Tree. Yes, it is Pear Tree. 2 for 3 on the game. This is a point where Light Snack can snap this thing wide open.
Yeah, Partridge Pear Tree could do it. Buddy Guy's going to have to make a good pitch. He has no junk, no accuracy, and not a great pitch selection. So Ashnod's going to have to hit his spot with authority, make a good sequence.
That one hit left field, not very hard, but this should be deep enough, I would think. Under it is Blues. Has to whip around, didn't get the best angle on it. So sliding in safely there, I believe, is Bigok. That is an extra insurance run. It'll be up to Stuffed Turkey to find more if possible.
He started this inning off with the triple, right? So we batted around
Yes,
here.
he was the pinch hitter. This is his second pinch hit at bat. Looks like Light's not going to put in Cassowary. This is who's going to take over at shortstop anyways. And he'll take the lefty-righty matchup. But behind quickly 0-2 is Snack swings through the fastball, so that will end the inning, but not before the Chicago Blues surrender 5 runs to Beaky Bay. Beaky Bay looking to get back in the series. They cannot drop 1 game.
Yeah, we might just see Eagle Eye Jones take over. That was just Snack going for the handedness matchup. So now all on the back of Mother Clucker to make some good pitches, and the defense to keep the ball, you know, from getting into these gaps. But that's a great start for Ashnod as he smashes it into that big left center field.
Yeah, Ashnod going down and getting that fastball. That's a leadoff double. This is kind of something we saw in the Phillies Rock versus Pizza Volcano AAA series, where Pizza Volcano was down 3 in the 9th. The recipe to come back is to get that leadoff runner aboard. So Ashnod does the trick. Big Bird, I thought maybe would have a chance at a 9-3. Instead goes home. It's runners on the corners, tying run to the plate. This is where we'll see a pinch hitter.
Yeah, definitely we're going to see Buddy Guy lifted. He's the closing pitcher, so he's done his job after getting beat around a little bit last inning.
Light Snack has found a good handful of timely double plays in this game. That's exactly what he needs here. Can he find it, though? Magic Sam, pinch hitter. You can see the low and away corner being favored here, but a couple have missed. See if he goes high, and he will. 2-1, crush, right field, Big Bird coming in, does not elect to dive. So everyone's going to be safe, and a run will score. That could be a big mistake.
Yeah, the go-ahead runs at the plate in the form of Muddy Waters if Ashnod could tie this in one swing of the bat. So you really have to make your pitch now if you're Snack. You have to try and find a ground ball, but Ashnod's not one to hit into anything that's not a line-out double play, you know, so it's the situation is tight.
Light Snack narrowly avoids the pitch clock giving him the auto ball, but it's a ball anyway. Now 2-0. This game could be slipping away here. The pitching not quite there from what we saw in the first 8 innings. 3-0 is a good changeup. 3-1, Dinner jumps, it's past her gloves, into the outfield. Pear Tree gets it back in. Ashnod will not score, but the bases are loaded, nobody out. I'm not quite sure how she didn't catch that.
Yeah, I mean, there may be something in the timing, but you thought Snack had that, so that's an extremely, extremely tough break. Just puts more pressure on the back of him. And Mother Clucker here as that one is hit pretty hard into the gap, and that's going to score probably the 2 runs. Got to make a good throw with Woodsy Owl. Ooh, Ashnod with a bit of base running confusion only scores 1 there.
Yeah, could have tied the game there. Instead, still with the lead as Snack. Looking for, I mean, against Ash, you can't really expect the double play too often, but still a chance. Penguin gonna have to get this done. No four-seamer, no changeup, no curve. Those have been Snack's money pitches in this game. That one in their dangerous spot. That one slugged. Woodsy Owl makes the catch. Does not fire home. Tried to get the batter at second. I think maybe the play was possible. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know how much speed there was at third. I didn't get a look before the batter went down. But either way, he did not go for the runner at home. So the game is tied. But the runner at third at least is erased, and there's another out.
2-2 pitch coming up after that good fork. Goes for another. And it's in there. What a good pitch there. So right back won the save, but still the potential to keep the game tied and give himself a walk-off opportunity. He can certainly do it. Popped up. Woodsy Owl has to make this play, and he does. So, despite the blown save, Beaky Bay keeps the game tied right into the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, that was as good as Snack could do there after giving up the lead. That was extremely, extremely well pitched with the pitcher with a very limited selection. So he gives himself his best chance now to win a game, honestly, in the bottom of the ninth with things tied. And in 9-1-2, let's see if he elects to go for the pinch hitter to lead things off.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I would not be surprised if he kind of gambles on this ninth inning instead of playing for extras. But the option's not great. As you can see there, specialist trait will be in effect on Tendies, so I believe Penguin will stay in. Unless he wants to go for the marginally higher power, no. It will be Penguin. Leading off this bottom of the ninth. Ashnod's coupon 1 win away from another trip to the World Series, but Penguin bidding for the gap finds it. This is going to be 2, the winning run to second base.
Wow. And I can't believe it. The start that Snack needed to this inning is right there. The hitter's on, and maybe he will go to Tendies, a little bit more speed. Yeah, the winning run on base, he's got the pinch runner in.
The bench is emptied. Snack is all in on this ninth. That's crushed. Center field, Snack alertly retreats back to second. He's going to take third here unless Waters delivers a gem, but it's wild. It's the winning run 90 feet away.
Yeah, almost a walk-off home run. So Ashnod a bit clenched there. 90 feet away from a win, though, is Snack.
Well, we're desperately wanting Big Bird out of there, but there's no options. Tendies used for the base running. I almost wonder he wants to put a pitcher in. I almost wonder if we could see a bunt. That would be quite the risk with the season on the line.
That would be a huge, huge moment here in this semifinal. Let's see what happens.
We did see a hitter with worse stats. Oh, that one's crushed. Center field. Wake up, Beaky Bay. You are still alive.
Wow. Snack, what fight shown in this game 4. Avoiding the sweep. I'm just blown away. I can't believe he's still in this.
He is still in this indeed. The series 3-1 now in favor of Ashnod's coupon. We are still casting tonight. We were game for 3 games if necessary. It could have just been the one, but Snack said no. What a clutch 8th inning. I guess you could say clutch 9th inning too. He did blow the save, but he kept it right there. Gave himself the chance to win. Exactly what he did. What a game.
Yeah, once he had the game tied, you know, it was not the ideal moment, you know what I mean? You want to go in there and just get the outs you need, but he knew his bats were high. He started off late in the bottom of the 8th, really starting to get things together, and the bottom of the 9th, if he had things tied, I had the feeling, I think he had the feeling too, that it was about to happen, and it did for Beaky Bay.
Yeah, putting on just a clutch clinic there. We were talking about how the removal, so he leaves the Penguin, he leaves the reliever in to hit, earns the double, huge. But then he gambles by removing Penguin for the pinch runner with only, you know, his worst reliever left in the pen, kind of betting on himself to win it in the 9th. And the bet pays off. He gives himself at least one more try at this thing here in these semifinals. I'm sure both players need a small break. I'm sure we do too. So we'll step aside for just a couple minutes. As soon as the players are loading back into Lafayette Corner for Game 5, we will rejoin you. Don't go anywhere. We've got some good action coming right up.
All right, folks, here we go. We're loading in now to Lafayette Corner for the Game 5 action. Big Walter Horton going to be on the mound for the Blues in their home stadium, the small confines of Lafayette. Let's see how that park factor plays in, as it did heavily in the first few games of this series yesterday.
Number 34.
Right, we're all set, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken dinner. First pitch swinging, much like in the last game, but oh my lord, a 0.3% missed chance hits there. And that's how this game begins.
Yeah, what a chance on the first pitch of the game. First little grounder that you see something like that. It's not often. And maybe not the start you want for the Blues. Maybe an omen of things to come. Maybe things turning around for Beaky Bay, but there's a ton of baseball to be played.
Quickly behind 0-2 is Big Bird. We'll see if any of that momentum from the end of Game 4 carries over here into Game 5 in Beaky Bay's favor. So very late on that fastball was Bird, Big Bird, to be perfectly clear. And that is the first out on a strikeout, bringing up Broodmother.
Ooh, what a pitch.
Yeah, getting ahead there quickly was Horton, but that's crushed. Right field track wall leaping, perhaps an ill-advised leap there from Jake Blues. Lets the ball drop. Everyone's safe.
Yeah, wow, the defensive woes showing themselves very early here for Chicago in this game.
Yeah, Bach Bagok looking to capitalize on it, but falling behind 0-2. Ashnod, to his credit, getting ahead in counts and getting strikeouts as well. That is a good fastball up and in to retire Bagok. Light Snack, if he wants to capitalize, needs this to fall, but Blues back, makes the catch. So despite the defensive woes, like you said, the Chicago Blues escape unscathed. Get their chance here in the first.
Yeah, we're going to see Avian Ace come in for Beaky Bay. Avian Ace gave up 8 or 9 runs early in Game 1. Snack was able to make it competitive, but he's definitely looking for a better outing out of his #1 pitcher here in this one.
Yeah, Light Snack's best pitching performance in this series. We just saw it in Game 4, and that was with his #4 starter, his statistically weakest pitcher. So one would think with his best pitcher here, we could see better things, and he starts off with a big swinging strikeout on the changeup. Not something you see too often.
Yeah, normally Ashnod very, very early on the changeup. That time he just was not able to get to it, but that cutter was not placed, and it is crushed.
Yeah, behind the heads of the Beaky Bay bullpen, so the Chicago Blues strike first after surrendering Game 4. A game I'm sure kind of stung Ashnod there. But just like in Game 4, Ashnod strikes first, so always good to strike first, but not indicative of too much.
No, anything can happen in a baseball game. It's really just a good feeling when you can get yourself on the board early. But if you're able to pull off the win at the end, there's nothing that feels better than that.
And if there's one big key here for Light Snack, it's to keep Avian Ace from becoming tense. That'll help. Following the home run, a swinging strikeout, 2 in the inning. And now Mavis Staples. Light Snack, again, the adjustment from last night to tonight, more deliberate in his pitching. I think it's definitely serving him well. Granted, he has rushed these last couple pitches, especially in Game 4, I believe it helped him. Yeah.
Placement just was so well done there. That one might sneak fair, but now he's got himself 2 strikes in the count.
Gonna throw this one a hair off the zone, looking for Ash to chase it. Ends up being a beautiful pitch. That's one of the best pitches I think he's thrown all night.
Yeah, it was well done, and Ashnod just kind of reaching, making the soft contact. So now let's see what happens for Beaky Bay. We're still quite early in this one. He wants to definitely jump into it and try and tie it as soon as he can.
The deficit only won after 1. I believe that's exactly how the last game started. Chasing a bit there was Stack, so this should be the first out. Calling everybody off as Waters makes the catch.
Now batting the center fielder, number 51.
Swinging through that one, Partridge Pear Tree had a good Game 4. Having a good playoffs. The velocity right now, just getting the best of Light Snack, though he does get a good bat on that one, just got under it a bit.
Yeah, ball was pretty high. I was surprised that Peartree hit it as hard as he did. Snack able to reach up there and get it, but nothing really doing with that type of contact.
So now 18 pitches through 1 2/3 for Horton. Good start for him. 5 up, 5 down, but falling behind, getting back in the count now. Laid an egg, looking for something to drive. It's a fastball that he's late on. 2-2. That one ripped through the hole on the right side, off the glove of Mavis Staples. The odds of that happening looked, I believe that said 43%. So a slightly fortunate bounce there for Snack. That at the very least will let him lead off with the top of his order next inning.
Yeah,
that one popped up.
Pitch, yeah, pops it up.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch to swing at. It was a fastball in the zone, just kind of missing it. Maybe the 30 contact, the small reticle, not helping him there.
Two-bar defense for the Blues definitely shown its face, though, already in this game through 1.5 innings.
Yeah, a tale of two games, really. We saw some of the great defense from the Blues in Game 4, despite the loss. But yes, very early in this game, it has not looked good. Screwball way out of the zone. Not going to fool Ashnod, so now the 1-2 gets him to pop it up. He's found a couple nice soft outs against Ashnod in this game with pitches just a hair off outside.
Yeah, that bump to 93s made them both stretch their strike zones just a little bit in certain areas, and if these two are able to consistently, mix it up and get the other off guard with a few of those pitches, they found that soft contact and some of those missed swings.
Gonna go for the second curveball in the at-bat, and Ash takes it all the way. Now a 2-2 inside, just misses. No swing. Composed trade activates. Gonna give Snack perhaps an edge here to locate this pitch. Fastball low and away, full count. Struck him out. Borderline perfect.
Yeah, it's a great heater. Ashnod just couldn't even get to it, even if he does keep his reticle low. So now let's see how Avian Ace can maybe find his way out of this second inning with a clean one.
Backdoor screwball here, not something we've seen a whole lot. He misses. Now a wild fastball is low. Avian Ace working to Mahalia Jackson. That one hit hard, but right. Oh no, I thought it was right at laid an egg. The angle taken maybe just a hair to our left. Looking down on it, and it goes as a single.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she really missed that one. She did look a bit odd in approaching the ball, but you have to take it back for the slow-mo, something we can't unfortunately do on this cast, but that's going to buy Ashnod a second chance here in the second inning. BB King's a really powerful hitter to get that chance with as well.
Yeah, it makes the situation a bit more tense here against this 8-hole hitter, but ahead in the count is Snack, a chance to put that defensive miscue behind him. Almost had it. Goes with the inside two-seamer. Ashnod in left field, dropped by Woodsy Owl. Going to third is Ash. So now runners at the corners, that defensive mistake. Rearing its head here, but the pitcher to bat may be the saving grace for Light Snack.
Yeah, he's just got to get him to not hit something too hard. Placement's been pretty good for Snack in this game so far.
Needing to breathe a moment, does not want to serve up anything too tasty to the pitcher. Gets back in the count there with good fastball. Now swinging out of the zone, Layden Egg doesn't miss that one, so the defensive miscue doesn't cost anything except a few extra pitches out of Avian Ace. You would have to think the birdies would take that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not giving up a run there, that's good for Snack after a little bit of just tomfoolery out there in the field. So chicken dinner in the lineup turnover is definitely something you want to see in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, expanding a bit though, out of the zone is Snack. Chicken dinner almost crushed that one out of Lafayette. Gets a bit under that one. It's the second time we've seen that up and in fastball on 2 strikes where Snack is on it, but just not quite on it. Gets a bit under.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to reach, like I said before. Chicken dinner with the 69 power swing. Got it a decent bit out there, but just not quite enough.
So now with one down, Big Bird Facing Horton. Stats not quite where you'd want them. 7.71 ERA in these playoffs. Falling behind Big Bird. One of the better counts this game for the Peaky Bay Birdies, but it runs full. 3-2 pitch. Hit hard the other way. Backhanded by James. Even though he's tense, makes the play. Not hit quite hard enough to trigger another error there.
Number 12.
Yeah, not quite the 2-bar defense. Safe for now.
Broodmother bidding for that short porch. It's gone just below the first row over the yellow line. Ripped by Light Snack. The game is tied here early.
Yeah, that baby just snuck out there. Not really the best time jumped from Ashnod. So Roost Broodmother able to put her team on the board, and that's got to feel good for Snack. Maybe now the bats are working. Bokbagok's going to put it up the chute. Get himself on base with 2 outs.
Definitely seems like the bats are starting to wake up. They woke up late in game 4. Obviously, Snack would like them awake the whole game. Big Walter Horton. Maybe the pitch locations for Ashnod starting to fall apart a bit too. That was something that definitely contributed to Light Snack's resurgence in game 4. That was a good pitch there. And another good fastball rings him up looking, so Light Snack settles for the 1 run, settles for the tie. We are through 2.5 here at Lafayette.
Yeah, good home run, but Ashnod's not someone that you can count on being in a close game with for long, so just got to pitch expertly and then get back out there at the dish and score some runs.
Yeah, that last pitch, lagging a bit. Light Snack had it high and away, it tailed inside. But gets back in the count with a good pitch there. 1-1 makes it 2-1. Gonna go with that high curve. We've seen this. We haven't really seen him been burned by this one yet. That's a great pitch. And the screwball out of the zone. We'll see if Ash chases. He does. That might be the ugliest swing I've ever seen from Ashnod, and that's a compliment.
Yeah, that was insane. That was just a really weird late cut, but maybe he just let go of the button by accident at the wrong time. Yeah. Either way, though, he crushes one foul to follow it up. It's a huge strikeout for Snack to start the inning.
Looking for one more here. Back-to-back strikeouts, but instead it's hit hard. Leighton Egg has to make the play. She does. Minus 16 throw does not produce an error, luckily for the birdies. So that is a nice play in the second out.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Living on the edges is Snack. Oh, but that one missed.
Yeah, not the spot he wanted, so the Chicago Blues retake the lead. Their second home run of the game. 3 solo shots combined so far in this game.
Yeah, that was a huge shot from Ash. I just hit the front of the upper deck there, off the, I guess, is that called bunting? Either way.
I didn't see it. The facade?
The little, it doesn't matter. The opening day little frills.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah, it was hit up there. So this one, bidding for a similar spot. Pear Tree gonna have to leap. Cannot make the play. It's into the first row. Back-to-back jacks for Chicago.
So now both these players have also traded first row home runs here at Lafayette. So they're just as far as they can hit them, they've shown an ability to sneak a couple out of there.
Elmore James tense after the error on the first batter of the game. Avian Ace also tense. I mentioned that's certainly something you really want to avoid when pitching to a hitter like this. That curveball on 3-0 is going to induce an out here, barring disaster. And we are through 3, but not before back-to-back dingers from the Blues make it a 2-run lead. Big Walter Horton back to work, the screwball pitcher in this pitching rotation. That one ripped, looking for the right hole, but it's stopped by Staples onto first for the out.
Yeah, Hootie Hooter Hoot unable to find the right hole there, and it gives Partridge Pear Tree a chance. Oh, he's looking at the fielding there. Maybe Staples 58 fielding. She's still able to get it done there.
Yeah, perhaps feeling cheated by the second baseman Staples. That curveball in a fantastic spot. That one ripped. Could this one be caught by Staples? No, it is up the middle, looking for the right center field gap, but it's cut off in time by Waters. That's a 1-out knock, tying run to the plate.
Yeah, Partridge does what Hootie couldn't there. So it sets the table up for Leighton Egg. She's had a lot of opportunities with runners on base in this series and just hasn't seen a ton of success.
it seems like Light Snack is burning the stamina of the starter a little bit better in this game than last game. That one headed towards the short porch. Will it be gone? No, off the wall, but still gloved by Blues. That was a crazy play. I don't know about you, Dwayne, but I kind of saw that in slow motion on the feed.
Yeah, the feed kind of slowed down a little bit, framed up some, and Elwood Blues with the jump just kind of just hit the wall and then went right into his glove while it was still in the air. It was very interesting looking animation. Either way, though, that's a huge second, third situation now for Light Snack.
It needs to make a decision here about Avian Ace. Light Snack, we saw in the regular season, actually, it was versus Ashnod in the match of the week. Hit a home run with a tense pitcher. But he's not going to take that gamble here. He takes his ace out after 3 innings, gambling to try and get some more runs tacked on here. This could fall. No, it's caught by Waters, still tagging up, but then retreats. So it turns into a pinch hit opportunity that nets nothing.
Yeah, there's okay speed there, too, on Partridge Pear Tree, so interesting choice not to test, but maybe he would have perhaps been out. Gives the bat to Chicken Dinner, though, with 2 runners in scoring position. She could definitely get it done.
Yeah, this is a big moment in the game for Snack. Needs, or I guess doesn't need to, but would certainly like to tie the game. Late on the fastball, but could get it through the right side, and he does. Will he send the second runner? Looks like he will. The throw to the plate from Blues, not in time. We are tied in the 4th.
Yeah, not the conventional way you'd think one of these sluggers would get a few runs across in this series, but Snack doing anything he can here in this semifinal to score those runs, and he ties it up with a good single. First pitch swinging Big Bird gives us out number 3.
He ties the game in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th, but it is bullpen time for the Birdies. Both these players have solid bullpens, but in the way these guys play, it's kind of a race to see who can knock out each other's relievers first. Looks like Snack has to start the bullpen war first.
Yeah, I mean, choose to go to that reliever before the other. You know, you kind of leave yourself open to that, so now it's all going to depend on how well he uses Finger Licking Good here and the rest of his top relievers before he gets into the part of the pen that might be a bit more dangerous.
Fall behind, I would presume here. He does. So not wanting to walk him here, but that's what's going to happen. A 4-pitch walk on the first batter out of the pen.
Yeah, unable to find his spot. Finger Licking Good just had a rough time there.
Yeah, so looking for that ground ball perhaps now. Taking his time before delivering to Mahalia Jackson, third baseman. There's a strike out of the pen from Good. Not much speed on first. That is a recurring theme with Chicago Blues. I think the low speed playing a big part in the first baseman not catching the ball on the 2 RBI single in the previous inning. That is a dribbler to Broodmother who tags the runner for the out. Thought maybe there was a chance to get the runner in second.
Yeah, maybe perhaps with that speed, but I think the safe choice there was the right choice for Snack. Even safer going for the tag out. That's something perhaps I might have maybe went for the pitcher toss, but that got the job done much more quickly and efficiently.
Looking for a punch out here, but I'm sorry, it was 3-1. Now 3-2. Swinging through that screwball was Ashnod. He takes the walk. So despite battling back, Light Snack cannot deliver a strike on 3-2. That brings up the pitcher. That is going to, I guess, kind of level the playing field as far as bullpens go. No, it looks like Ash will keep his pitcher in.
Yeah, Finger Licking Good. 2 walks in this inning, so he's got to do something, find a way to get Big Walter out here.
Pitchers in the Blues lineup still dangerous. Changeup gonna miss wildly. In danger of another walk is Finger Licking Good. Battles back. Now K-Man activates. Goes with a changeup 3-2, and it's another walk. Seems like Light Snack on the K-Man maybe not wanting to trust the fastball.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. The changeup can be a bit tricky to place, especially on those edges when you need it to really get in there for a strike. So now he's got a very tough situation. His ace reliever's already got 20 pitches, and he hasn't really been damaged besides the walks.
So still a chance to let Finger Licking Good get out of this. 20 pitches here, only the 1 out. The walks in in danger of really hurting the birdies with the season on the line. Looking for a punch out, but this could be two. Hooter hoot to dinner to first. It is an ending double play. That is exactly what he needed.
That is insane. After walking the bases full, finger licking good, and light snack in tandem, getting it done there, getting that double play. Amazing.
Amazing indeed. And now getting it over the head of, I believe that's Mahalia Jackson for the lead-off single. Here come the birdies. They scored twice in the previous inning. They'd like more. Bach Bagok. Stamina dipping a bit on Horton. A couple great pitches. Puts Bagok in the hole.
Yeah, if he sees a fastball he wants to hit, he could crush it. Ooh, just a bit high.
Instead, yeah, it's going to be two here unless anyone drops it. They do not. So the Blues and the Birdies trade double plays here. Bases clear. Maybe, yeah, just chopping at the ball a little bit, getting on top of it. Couple swings in a row now, but that one crushed left center field. Is this one going to drop? Waters makes the catch on his glove hand side. So, head to the bottom of the fifth. Ashnod back to work. Laid an egg, should have an easy play. Quickly one down.
Yeah, nice soft contact there for Snack off the bat of Ashnod. So that's what you need after all the pitches he put on finger looking good last inning if you want to see him through this one.
Elwood Blues finds himself in a good count here. Finger looking good. Has already walked 3 batters. Almost had a 4th. This could be a perfect pitch. And I guess you could say it is. It gets the weak pop-up. Chicken Dinner corrals it. Quickly 2 down.
Yeah, Snack having to be perfect once he gets to these 3-ball counts after all the walks he gave up last inning. He's just getting it done. This pitch is going to go anywhere, though.
Fortunately for Snack, it misses outside of the zone and not in the zone. Looking for a strikeout here. Stats starting to diminish on finger looking good, but you'd think if he gets 2 scoreless, it would be worth it. Chicken Dinner going to have to leave her feet for this one. Doesn't botch it. On to first. Clean 1-2-3 inning there.
Yeah, this game is as tight as they come. This might be the tightest game we've ever seen into the middle innings between these two.
Yeah.
At score of 3-3 right now.
Needing a second after the ball one is Hootie Hooter Hoot. Pear Tree to follow, laid an egg after that. See if they get it to the reliever finger looking good, what the decision is. Hooter Hoot starts the inning off right with the single up the middle. Here come the Birdies potentially again. Gonna want to avoid double play though.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Yeah, the 6, 7, 8 portion of the Birdies order has been doing a great job. I've said it before of setting the table, getting on base, leading off innings, especially with singles. So let's see if that's able to turn into something. The bullpen and Albertine or Walker have been strong for the Blues besides last game. So it's going to be interesting.
So for the second game in a row, Walker first reliever out. And gets the Cayman active right off the bat. Good take from Pear Tree. Decent speed at first. Swinging through the fastball, 102 miles per hour. Just a tough pitch. Good spot from Ashnod.
Shortstop, number 3.
Walker's second batter hangs a curve. Light Snack doesn't miss it. There's 2 singles in the inning, separated only by that strikeout. And here comes decision time with finger looking good to the plate.
I think with the pitch count, you got to go with the pinch hitter here.
Yeah.
He's pretty well gassed. So
it will be stuffed turkey.
Yeah, stuffed turkey. Got the triple last game, so.
Right, the leadoff triple that really helped out the comeback. Light Snack making the comeback in Game 4, looking to make the most improbable comeback in sports. The baseball down 0-3 comeback. K-Man on 1 and 2 here. Reaching down a little bit, but deflected by the pitcher. Everyone could be safe. Throw to first is in time. Double play is avoided, though. Big at bat here for Chicken Dinner.
Yeah, Ashnod barely recovering in time to get that done. That was a huge out because Now Chicken Dinner needs a hit. She crushes it to the left center field gap. I don't know if Muddy Waters is going to catch it, and that'll be 2.
He did not catch it. It's over his glove. Perhaps needing to leave his feet. I'm not sure. That ball was hit so hard. I don't know if anything could have been done about it. But yeah, Beaky Bay leads by 2. First lead of this game. Looking for more. That was a pitch to crush. Now behind 0-2. Big Bird. Down the line, the foul. Chicken Dinner out there on second. That curve not missed. Big Bird bidding for the short wall. Leaping again. Perhaps he didn't need to. It's off the wall. And not only did he leap and not catch it, he was 3 feet to the left of where it went.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Yeah, just not well timed, not well placed again from Ashnod in right field. A little bit of woes in that right field defense. So now Beaky Bay is looking good with 2 outs after scoring quite a few runs.
Yeah, leading by 3 now. That one ripped, but it should be handled by Butterfield. It is. That'll be the 3rd out, but a fantastic inning for the Birdies. They score, I believe that was, yes, 3 times. And now the chess match ensues, though, as the number 1 reliever out of the pen, finger licking good, has been burned. The second reliever, Mother Clucker, is in. Only the last 2 after this remains. We'll see how. Really, the name of the game is how many outs can Snack get out of Mother Clucker.
Yeah, for sure. And the same will go for Ashnod too, and Albertina Walker. She just came in and got knocked around. So the war of attrition with the bullpens has begun. You know, these two at 6-3 right now can very well end quite differently.
Yes, certainly. I would bet not the final score at 6-3. That we will see. Cutter is in there. See what happens on 2-2. Elmore James tense since the very first, I believe, the first pitch. I know it was the first batter. 2-2 pitch after a slight delay. Line, Chicken Dinner has it. So that's the first out in the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Now Butterfield hitting over 500 still. Got a changeup to handle there, just wasn't quite ready. Yo-1, crushed, right at Pear Tree. Just couldn't quite get the typical Ashnod launch angle on that one.
Yeah, not quite. This game, he really hasn't, into my vision, really gotten it done so far as the placement. There he is underneath another fastball. Unless it's a complete meatball, he's really just been missing a few of these and getting a lot of the soft contact.
Yeah, and even chasing a bit out of the zone, as we just saw there on the cutter. Very clean inning for Light Snack. He has held Ashnod to just the 5 hits. The runs coming on 3 solo shots.
Yeah, he was doing the same last game for the majority of it until things got a little bit interesting. So this is pretty standard now for Snack with this pitching plan that he's employed for games 4-6 tonight.
Should Light Snack hold on to this lead, win game 5, we will have game 6 for you tonight. Jam-packed schedule. If Ashnod can come back and punch his ticket to the World Series, obviously that would be it for us tonight. It's all going to depend on these last 3 innings. Ashnod looking at his pen, maybe. Leaves Walker in, it looks like. First delivery of this inning is that hanging curve again. Light Snack hits it hard, but I couldn't see the power charge. Probably just didn't get much mustard on it.
Yeah, just not the best swing. It was hit pretty hard, but not as hard as he could get it. I'll give Woodsy his chance. Albertina's still tense after that past inning, and that one's crushed to left.
Yeah, even the small dimensions here at Lafayette, just not enough to help out the Birdies. The placement, maybe the timing, just a hair off. Not that we haven't seen some home runs here. Hootie Hooter Hoot now. 1-1. Went after the changeup high in the zone, popped it up. So both players trading 1, 2, 3 innings versus each other. This is something we just weren't seeing last season when these two matched up.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. This game was not this close. You know, it wasn't as pitching dominated. You can even say that in the 6-3 game because these players are so, you know, in that school of hitting that's just all offense, and right now it's all pitching, especially like we said a bunch last night and tonight on Ashnod's renewed pitching ability in the season overall, and then Snack with a real plan tonight to try and keep himself alive has really exceeded expectations.
Didn't come into this with you know, a defeatist attitude or anything. He said he thought maybe he could pull this off. Still a long ways to go, but obviously the great start, winning Game 4, now with a lead in Game 5. Chicken Dinner catches that one. One out in the 7th.
Yeah, if anyone's got it in their, you know, ability and in their Super Mega Baseball talent to keep up with Ash or to come back and make this magic happen, it is Light Snack. So it would be interesting to see if he's able to take this one away, what would happen in Game 6 and possibly 7.
Gonna need to find more outs with Mother Clucker, I would presume. Magic Sam, pinch hitter for Albertina Walker. She is out of the game, so no more K-Man. Velocity not going to get too much tougher for Snack going forwards. Both K-Men are out of the game, I should say. That one chopped on a little bit by the pinch hitter on first. Quickly 2 down. I want to say that's 7 in a row retired.
Yeah, Mother Clucker's doing her job through 20 pitches. Just losing a little bit on that velocity. If Snack can keep it up, though, she's going to possibly jump up to locked in and be a little bit more usable.
Yeah, the locked in would definitely help with the stamina starting to diminish. Locked in would effectively cancel it out. And the strikeout there should help, so we'll see what happens when Light Snack comes back out to pitch. In any case, another 1-2-3 inning. Light Snack maybe starting to figure out his opponent a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, where is that hard contact from Ashnod? He's not getting around on a lot of these balls. He's not getting a lot of hits in this game. Snack, the plan is working out, and he's got 6 more outs to do it, so efficiency is going to be the key.
It is definitely a testament to the power of location, at the very least. The pitches that Light Snack has missed are typically the ones getting crushed, but he's not missing a whole lot, as Pear Tree could have a soft contact double here. It's perfectly in that gap. Waters gets it back in. It will be a leadoff double. Beaky Bay not comfortable with 3 runs.
Yeah, he's threatening now very early in this inning, and laid an egg with a 3-for-3 night with a chance to knock in her teammate. Let's see what she does.
Yo, 1. This is the closer, Willie Big Eyes Smith, so depending on how this inning pans out, the stamina going to be a factor. This will get the runner over at the very least. Late egg is called out. Mother Clucker, not locked in actually, but honestly with Snack piloting, a single here or something could increase that mojo. There it is, over the head of Staples. So that's an RBI knock. I would think that would have to, yeah, there, mojo is up. That is huge for Beaky Bay. Needs big outs out of Clucker.
Yeah, that's absolutely massive for Mother Clucker. I was going to say, it's interesting to see Willie Big Eyes here in the 8th inning. I believe we saw it in the last game as well. This might be a short inning, a short outing strategy that Ashnod is employing once he gets to the 8th to save those relief pitchers for when the game might get a little deeper.
Following the reliever RBI knock, it will be a double play off the bat of Chicken Dinner, ending the inning, not before an insurance run is tacked on. 2, 3, and 4. All 3 of these hitters have a solo shot in this game. That's the only scoring so far for Chicago.
Yeah, now Mother Clucker looking good and locked in.
Locked in. The stamina just now ticking past. Oh, that one's crushed. Woodsy Owl gives up because that is going to be gone. Onto that staircase out there. On the short porch, Chicago back in it just like that. We were talking about the mojo. She's back to neutral.
Yeah, now Snack is just going to need to find a location, find some outs. This is not a good start. Back-to-back hits, including that home run.
Yeah, needs 6 outs. Defensive outs here to force game 6. Back at home, back at Swagger Center. This could be a huge out here. Woodsy Owl, ranging, makes the play. Runner retreats to first.
Yeah, nicely done there from Snack.
Shortstop.
Now maybe he can get the 10 Elmore James to hit one on the ground or maybe just strike out, keep things moving.
Tried the backdoor cutter. Not a bad idea. Executed decently well, but it was outside. Now falling behind is Clucker. Walk prone. Gonna be a 4-pitch walk. That brings the tying run to the plate in the form of Butterfield.
Now pitching, number
Okay.
30.
Light Snack has seen enough of Clucker. Penguin called upon now. The forkball pitcher. Wow, that two-seamer caught a lot of play. It was chopped on and missed. 2-1, crushed to right. Big Bird comes in on it. Looks for the 9-3. Doesn't have it.
Very close though.
Yeah.
Now batting.
We'll see now
So
what
that'll
Mahalia can do.
Yeah, that'll load the bases. Go ahead run at the plate. Tying run on first. Mahalia Jackson looking at some very quick work from Penguin. Kind of almost feels like just a case of running out of time with Beaky Bay as far as the relievers go. Their two best already used.
Performance sports equipment.
2-1 forkball is in there. 2-2 misses. Big pitch here. Full count. Nowhere to put him. The pitch. Up the middle. Layden Egg dives. Has it. On to first. They will surrender the run there. It is 7-5, but a big out.
Yeah, that's a huge out. Late Night just getting some glove on that. I thought maybe she'd try to flip it to second base, but either way, just getting the short out of first. So now Snack just needs one here with Penguin. His pitch count's getting a little up there as he can't find the zone too easily.
Yeah, just not the traditional repertoire from a pitcher when it comes to neutralizing Ashnod. Typically the four-seam, the curve, and the changeup. The best pitches, BB King deep. Pear Tree to the track, makes the catch. The jam is over. Well, not before Chicago scores a couple, but wow, it's still a lead for Beaky Bay. Hanging in there.
Yeah, that slim 2-run lead. Maybe he can pad it here. We're in the top of the 9th inning, so if you're a Birdies fan, you got to be feeling good right now. The chances are high that you're still alive.
Yeah, it kind of almost feels like he will certainly need some kind of insurance. It's not going to happen here on the pop-up. For the out. Elmore James catches it. Walked in, Roos Broodmother has been money in this series to the plate. Doesn't like the curve there. Decent spot for Ash. Closer Smith still in there. Change up. Hawked foul. 1-2 swing and a miss. Up and in, 100 miles an hour, completely fooled. And got a whiff out of Light Snack. So 2 down for Bagak. Ash certainly looking to keep it right where it is. Build off the success of the previous inning. That's right to Butterfield, makes the play. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. We're
Yeah,
gonna
9,
likely
1,
see a
and 2.
yeah. So I guess really, if you're Snack, you need to get this weaker hitter out before the big boys start coming up.
Yeah, for sure. A leadoff hitter, a leadoff walk's gonna be killer here. Maybe he makes a defensive sub for one of these tense players on his team. Catcher and left field, both tense.
Considering his bench options, a lot of speed on Eagle Eye Jones there wouldn't serve much purpose behind the plate. Perhaps putting him at first. And that's what, yeah. So Eagle Eye Jones defensive sub at first. See how that, if it plays out. Anyway.
Tell me I'm not going to need, what, like 2 gallons of the stuff?
Thomas Dorsey off the bench. First pitch, crushing. Left center field, Pear Tree dives, cannot cut it off. It bounces to the wall. A lead off double.
Yeah, that's very, very dangerous. Now the Blues are in a great situation. The tying run steps in. Muddy Waters is tense, though. He's 0 for 4 in this one. So Snack not finding success there either.
Pear Tree gonna catch that one, so a merciful first out on a forkball that, in my opinion, was not placed well. Here we go, Jake Blues. Everyone from now on, the tying run at least. Penguin called on to do the unthinkable here. Oh my goodness, that was crushed. 1-1, he got him to chase a little bit. Big Bird to his spot, makes the catch.
Yeah, that foul ball was one we could have very well seen hit the third deck if Ashnod timed it up, but then the next one he gets out way in front of, and that's huge for Snack.
Snack 1 out away from forcing game number 6. Still must face the tying run. Elwood Blues. Is that tying run? Two-seamer crush. Left center field gap. This won't tie the game, but it will get down. Runner will score. It's another double. Tying run in scoring position. Winning run to the plate.
This is as big as it gets. The winning run is Mavis Staples. So, ton of power. And let's see if Snack is going to keep Penguin in for this one.
Or is he? We'll see here.
Yeah.
Staples. I mean, Staples not coming out certainly. Could we see Talon Grip? Maybe I would think Light Snack likes the change-up forcing curve combo better here. That might be why he went here. First pitch is a curveball down the line, but foul. 0-1, not swung on. It's outside. Talon Grip, the closer. Falls behind. Winning run at the plate. The changeup. Oh, goodness. Light Snack living on the edge. The 2-2. Got him! Swinging on the curve. We go to game 6 in the semifinals. Can you believe this resiliency?
I cannot believe it, Weaver. Wow, Light Snack fighting back here tonight, giving us the full 3 games that were promised. Just great grit, and you know, coming from behind in both games, multiple lead changes. This is seriously a series.
This, yeah, I almost would argue this is maybe a bit more exciting than what we saw from them last season, when they matched up in the semis, where every game was, each team was scoring a minimum of 10. It seemed like this is, especially these last 2 games, very close. You could throw game 2 in there as well. Very close, very exciting, and it's taking us to game 6. That's how far they went last year. Ashnod won that game 6. The order in which they got there was not the same. But here we are, a chance at the World Series still on the line for both players. And it's going to be another home game for Light Snack. He loves Swagger Center.
Yeah, we do get to see some more action to Swagger here in this series, so that should be very, very exciting. We'll see who they choose to go with as far as pitchers. I guess they're probably just going to go both straight number 2s, but a game 6 can be just as important as a game 7. Ashnod's going to want to definitely try and shut the door, you would think, in this away game.
Yeah, I mean, you would think he would definitely want to close it out in every game, but Light Snack has said no. He has been resilient. He has been money. And we'll take a very short break here as they load into game 6, and we'll rejoin you here in just a few moments. Here in the XBL semifinals. Folks, the Swagger Center. We mentioned in game 4 that could have been the last time we saw it. Here it is again, this time at night, or early evening, I guess you could say. Muddy Waters going to have the first at bat here in just a moment.
Very exciting here. Game 6 action. This repeat semifinal from Season 8 giving us a Game 6 again like they did last season. So very, very cool that these two are able to give us some length out of this one. Snack trying to make the epic comeback being down 3-0.
And the Swagger Center Birdies faithful packing the house twice as much as the Lafayette crowd. Light Snack tinkering with the settings there. Put the crowd in the stands. Even count to begin the game. Featherfinger Finch. We'll see if he can go a little bit longer than Avian Ace did. Granted, it did pay off in the end. Muddy Waters tries to lead off the game with an Oppo Taco. It's going to go foul. Going with that inside slider, not bitten on. Now a full count pitch. Ashnod pops it up. Laid an egg. Camps under it. Makes the catch. Light Snack looking here. He hasn't had it tonight. He's given up a run in each of the last two first innings. Looking for a quick first inning here.
Yeah, let's see if he can find it. Featherfinger Finch has a ton of junk and a ton of velo, so good setup, and he's got good pitches. And Snack seems to have figured, you know, out the sequence that he likes to use to have success. So this is important in Game 6.
Seems like he's gotten him to swing out of the zone just a little bit more than we're seeing Ashnod swing out of the zone. And obviously, I'd say a lot of that is the 93 ego bump, as there's an excellent fastball for out number 2. But it really seems like that tailing fastball, so either the two-seamer or the cutter, depending on who's pitching, just outside. That seems to be a spot that he's getting. Ashnod, that changeup a bit too far in on the plate. Big Bird can't make the catch. Diving attempt is fruitless. Ashnod, I think he could have had 3. He goes back to second.
Yeah, maybe not willing to test it there. You know, a slugger like this can trust his bat. Figure he's going to get some distance out of the ball if he gets a hold of one. But after the last game, maybe not so sure as he whiffs right there on that curveball.
Now Staples. With the inside cutter, it just misses. Not much speed on second, so it would likely take an extra base hit to score the runner. Again, Light Snack looking for a clean first, and he'll get it. Woodsy Owl with the basket catch out there. Not a 1-2-3 inning, but a great inning nonetheless for Light Snack. Looking to continue the reverse sweep magic.
Now the second baseman, number 34.
Now Chicken Dinner. Howlin' Wolf, the starter for the Blues, delivers a strike. Birdie's home half of the first is underway. That one swung on towards Staples. Easy out. 4 out number 1. Base empty for Big Bird. The top 2 hitters in this lineup really haven't gotten going yet. If Light Snack can figure it out, that could be huge.
Yeah, for sure. Big Bird's going to be hunting for something to hit just late on that one.
Hunts that one. Is it fair? It is. It's down to the wall. We'll see if he challenges for 2. The Swagger dimensions make that unrealistic, so he goes back to first. But a runner on for Broodmother, who, unlike the 2 hitters before her, has been excellent in this series and in the playoffs. Light Snack ahead in the count. That one ripped up the middle. No play to be made by the second baseman. So back-to-back singles here. We talked about the resiliency of Light Snack, down 3-0 in this series, looking for the what would be an incredible reverse sweep if he can find it. He's won 2 in a row. He's looking to win this third one. In his as that one's crushed, right center field should be catchable, as it's to the deepest part of the park. And it is. Both runners return. But not only has he had shown resiliency and comeback potential in this series, he showed it against me in our quarterfinal set, where it looked like I had the upper hand, and lo and behold, there came the birdies to steal it away.
Yeah, it went all the way through into the middle innings, I believe, of Game 5. I didn't catch the exact end of it myself, but it was insane the way he was able to fight back in that series, which did definitely feel like at times the birdies had already lost. But here he goes. Just missing that one there for a strikeout to end the inning, but Here he goes here in Game 6 with a big chance to make more and more noise in this playoffs.
Now batting, the
Yeah, so both hitters go
number 4.
hitless with their chances, runners in scoring position in the first. Also on to the second. Elmore James, 5-hole hitter, the shortstop. 16th pitch from Finch is outside. Fastball hit very hard by Ash through the left side past the diving glove of Hooter Hoot. So that's a leadoff
Now
single.
batting, the first baseman,
All Butterfield looking to
number
tack
14.
on to the rally. This Arsenal definitely more agreeable to what Light Snack would like to pitch to Ashnod. Truly impressive when you think about it that he was able to get out of that game with Penguin and the arsenal that he had.
Yeah, what was it? The 2-seam, the slider, and the forkball.
Yeah.
Everything had to be perfectly placed, and he continues here with Featherfinger Finch to get the fastball dug deep in the zone, and he's finding the areas where Ashnod's just a little bit weaker, finding the weak contact, or just swinging and missing.
Well, that one was a lag pitch. Fortunately for Light Snack, it wasn't crushed, so it's the second out. You do see those from time to time, just quirks of the game, or of the netcode, really.
Yeah, it went about a foot, maybe a foot and a half higher than it really needed to. That was pretty rough.
1-0 hit hard up the middle, jammed him just a bit, so he couldn't get too much launch angle on it. Runners at first and second. Now another threat for the Blues here early.
The pitcher, number
Yeah,
8.
luckily it's Howlin' Wolf, but he's able to get hits with his pitcher, so Snack's got to be expert at where he keeps these balls away from the middle of the plate.
Quickly 0-2, got Ash to chase a dirty changeup outside, low and away. Gonna try and jam him here, and he did. Foul. Wild fastball from Finch. Fortunately for the Birdies, does not get past the catcher Bagak. 1-2 hit foul. Good at bat here out of Howlin' Wolf. Light Snack making some good pitches. That one hit hard. Pear Tree has to run in, makes the catch, so he survives yet another jam.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a jam. Howlin' Wolf showing some fighting off a couple of pitches, hitting him foul with 2 strikes. But well done by Snack to pitch out of the jam. That's what you really need to do with Ashnod. You can expect a jam almost every inning, and you got to be able to get out of it.
It's really a breath of fresh air when you do find yourself having a clean 1, 2, 3 inning, because they really don't come around often versus either of these guys, really. That first batter was a ground out to third. Now Pear Tree popping this one up very weakly. Kind of seems in all 3 of these games it's taken just a hair long for Light Snack to find his swing, but when he finds it, he's scoring.
Yeah, for sure. Once he gets warmed up, he's able to really knock the ball into those gaps. He hasn't had a ton of home run power now that we've moved up to 93 perhaps, but either way he's been able to manufacture runs when he's needed to.
Absolutely. Yeah, finding lots of gaps. That one finds the inside of the zone. Great fastball there, down and in from Ashnod. That brings up the top of the order. Only 5 combined hits so far, no runs. Pitch from Finch misses. See a 9 ERA on this pitcher, even with those great stats. That's just kind of what happens when you play Ashnod. Granted, Snack has looked much better on the mound tonight, perhaps than last night, as that completely fools Ashnod on the curveball.
Yeah, what an insane pitch there from Light Snack. Well placed. Just the power pitch curveball can be so deceiving, and when you just flail at him like that, it looks so good from the pitcher's perspective.
Now Jake Blues with no one aboard, 1 out, ahead in the count. Slider low in the zone, gets it past him. Always kind of dangerous considering where Ashnod starts his reticle. 3-1 fastball. Wow. I thought that was perfectly placed. Ashnod got great wood on it. Gonna try and fool him, perhaps with his timing. That's exactly what he does. Gets him way out in front. Back-to-back Ks.
The left fielder,
Yeah, there's just
number
something
9.
in the swing with Ashnod tonight, and something with the way Light Snack's able to find these locations, that right now it's just the home run power has not been happening, going back into the previous game, I would say.
Pitch not bitten on by Ash. Stamina just starting to diminish. Featherfinger Finch has pitched very well, but the pitch count, it's just so difficult to keep down versus these guys who don't swing it much out of the zone. Not great contact on that, but there is the tall wall to think about. Big Bird leaps, can't make the play. It's off of that great out there. So it will be a 2-out double.
Yeah, tough to make that jump. It was kind of a weird angle jump. He didn't raise his glove the way I would have expected him to either. But big 2-out double for Ashnod. Now maybe he can tie something together, and nope. Lines it right out to Broodmother.
Lined right to the first baseman, so it only ends up costing Light Snack one extra pitch. Through 3 innings, this is where we saw Light Snack lift Avian Ace in Game 5. I think that he's going with the same game plan. I feel like this time it's a bit risky.
I think he might just be contemplating it, but I don't know if he actually goes with it this time. We'll see in a second if he chooses to leave Finch in. I would give him the chance to hit here and try to get 5 good innings out of him.
Looks like he agrees, at least for now. Pops this one up on the first pitch. Looked like a cutter buried inside for the first out. Chicken Dinner now to the plate.
Second baseman.
Yeah, strong leadoff hitter to have up now. Lefty-righty matchup too, so there it is, right into the gap.
Back-to-back hitters, he's gone after the first pitch. And it's not the worst idea when it's a strike. Obviously, strikes more hittable than balls, especially in Super Mega Baseball. It seems like much easier to hit when it's in the zone. Is that one bidding for the gap? If it finds its way past the left fielder, Chicken Dinner is scoring. And that's exactly what's going to happen. An RBI double as she comes racing around the Beaky Bay Birdie. Strike first in Game 6.
Yeah, nice job there from Light Snack with his hitter Big Bird. Setting the table now for Bruce Broodmother as well. The fearsome hitter. And she's going to find some space down the right field line a little bit. That should score Bird. He's got good speed. And she's going to try and take second. Nope. Good move going back to first.
Butterfield playing cutoff there, so no one at first allows Light Snack to play a bit more aggressively and gets back easy. But yeah, 2-0. Looking to add on here, but this is going to be caught. Retreating there is Broodmother.
Yes, Snack's starting to look warmed up now. Breaking this game open with the first 2 runs. I was just starting to wonder how long these two would remain scoreless. This might be as long as we'd seen it in this series so far until now.
These two, Light Snack and Ashnod, bit of mismatched schedules, so they, just like last season, they really can only play Saturday night, Sunday night, as this is going to go first to third. Light Snack thought about going to second. He had it, but goes back to first. But just to finish my thought there, if Light Snack wins this, if he forces the Game 7, Game 7 is TBD. We're not entirely sure when they're going to get it in. They said they'll work something out if need be. That is something to think about going forwards. Hootie Hooter Hoot. Fresh hitters count 2-0. Sends it the other way. Blues dives. Can't make the play. Beaky Bay up by 3.
Yeah, again, dangerous now for Ashnod. He's got to start finding his location again. He's been doing so well for it in the first, 5 games so far. And that's a good place fastball, but Beaky Bay's looking warmed up, and he's finding all the space. What a play, though, from the third baseman.
Yeah, one of the better plays we've seen from the Blues in this game. A nice diving stop there at the hot corner. That'll bring up Elmore James. Now the Blues trail by 3. And it's time for pitcher, whose name escapes me, to stay out there at work. Featherfinger Finch, that's right. Light Snack trusting him to stay in the game with the pinch hit opportunity. Surrenders a foul ball there. Like you said, I think the target would have to be at least 4 innings, if not 5.
Mm-hmm. For sure, at least 4. The bullpen has shown its stuff.
Ooh, that one is making it 3-1 Beaky Bay. That one into the trees there, into the canopy of those trees. Absolutely crushed by Elmore James. And the Blues are on the board in Game 6.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Ashnod, breaking a little bit of that home run drought for him. It's been, you know, I haven't counted how many innings, a handful since his last dinger.
Yeah, dating back to the last game when he had the 3 solo shots in, I believe, between the 3rd and the 5th. So yes, it has been a while by his standards. I believe he averaged something like 4 point something home runs per game in the regular season. Season 9, the long ball winner. Paul Butterfield now the first baseman. Ahead in the count. It's not where Light Snack wants to be after a good scoring inning. 3-1 fastball, crush, right field. It is fair. Big Bird has the opportunity to hold it at a single. And that's just what happens at Swagger. Anything down that line, it feels almost impossible to get extra bases unless it takes a funny bounce off of the tall wall.
Yeah, and Ashnod hits the ball so hard with low speed, you're not going to be able to really get anywhere when the ball is bouncing 325 feet from home plate.
Gets that fastball in there, does Snack. Now going to try and catch him off balance perhaps a bit. The curve, but it misses. 60th pitch here in the top of the 4th coming in from Finch. And it's crushed. We are tied here in the top of the 4th. Here comes Ashnod's coupon.
Yeah, and I guess I'm eating my words, and Snack's probably kicking himself a little bit for leaving Finch in after that pinch hit opportunity. Maybe he's going to continue to stick with him though in the tie game. Or yeah, we might see Finger Looking Good get his chance again.
Finch or not, that pitch, that curveball, not in the best spot. Perhaps Ashnod even looking for something slower. I mean, he tattooed that thing. Hits that one hard as well, but it's right at late egg. You could see Snack was looking at his lineup, sees that the pitcher is due up second, so ideally he would want to squeeze 2 more outs out before he can go to his bench. Howard Wolf standing in the way. That one could be back up the middle, past the diving glove of Layden Egg. So Ashnod gets a knock with his pitcher, and that resets his mojo.
You gotta watch out now with the lineup turning over. Featherfinger Finch gotta have the success. Woodsy Owl should be able to handle that.
That's exactly what Snack needs, is the 1 pitch, 1 out. Line to left field. Jake Blues now, still a dangerous hitter, as is everyone in the lineup, even the pitchers. That one ripped. Chicken Dinner has to leave her feet, and it pays off. A great catch there to end the inning, but not before the Blues tie the game on a couple of homers.
Yeah, so trading 3 runs apiece. These two just don't stop. When the other starts scoring, so does one. You know, one starts scoring, so does the other. It's just insane. The marathon of offense that you get to watch when these two go at it.
Indeed, still pretty darn tame compared to what we were seeing from them last season. 6 runs combined here through 3.5 innings. Last season would have, I want to say, would have been twice as much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that will be the end of the day for Featherfinger Finch, who goes 1 inning extra than Avian Ace did in Game 4. So already ahead of schedule in the pitching game is Snack, but it is still the starter in for Ashnod. That one ripped up the middle. None of this is going to matter if the Birdies can get on a roll and start putting up big run totals. We'll see what happens here.
Now batting.
Yeah, very dangerous now with Chicken Dinner coming up. 2 runners on, no outs. Ooh, looking at golf one, just really low.
Maybe a bit overeager now, an 0-2 count. Back to the tense mojo goes Howlin' Wolf. Chicken Dinner. Wow, great stop by BB King back there. That ball is in the dirt, ripped up the middle, caught by Staples, and the double play by an inch. Not able to get her hand back there was, I believe that was Layden Egg.
Yeah, it was a really, really tough break for Snack. Made decent contact on it, just nothing he could really do. And that'll be a quick end to the inning after it looked really promising.
Yeah, the second baseman holding on the runner there. Otherwise, that's no runners on. That's an easy hit. Instead, it's a double play, and a once promising inning turns into a scoreless inning in favor of Chicago. So Finger Looking Good into the game, still tied. Elwood Blues, deep left field, giving up on it with Snack, but it's not gone. It's off the wall. This is going to be a double. may have been a double anyway, unless he played it cleanly off the wall. I'm not sure about that.
Now batting,
Yeah, me
the
either.
second
But
baseman,
we may not now
number
know.
one.
The speed on the runner is actually pretty decent. So he probably gets 2 either way, I would think. But it's a good situation with the cleanup hitter now for Ashnod. Looking dangerous for snacking his bullpen if he can't make his pitches.
Yeah, so now in a bit of a spot here is Light Snack after the double. Falling behind Staples. Late on the fastball. Finger looking good. 2-1. Crush center field. Chicago takes a 2-run lead in the top of the 5th in an elimination game.
Yeah, that one was absolutely clobbered by Ashnod. 446 feet with his cleanup hitter, like I was saying. She can absolutely crush, so
Now
big way to
batting,
take the
the
lead.
shortstop,
Big
number
2 runs,
4.
but, you know, Snack can get right back in it. He just has to keep the pitching clean.
Next pitch is clobbered. No diving attempt made by Broodmother at first, so it'll go as another single. The hits keep coming for Chicago. Yeah, like you said, it's still only the 2-run game. I believe it was a 3-run deficit that was erased by Light Snack in Game 4 tonight. All Butterfield. Ahead of the count, 3-1. Ashnod looking to tack on more. Rips that one. Broodmother deflects it over to Chicken Dinner. It's going to turn into a creative out there for out number 1.
Yeah, well done there from Broodmother to just make it happen either way. And her compadre over there at second base to clean it up. So still a good situation for Ashnod, but that's a big fortunate out for Light Snack.
Tense now is finger looking good, or rather, it probably was before I noticed it. That one ripped, gone but foul. Now K-Man activates. Would think he'll try the fastball. We'll see. He's going to take his time and think about it. High and away fastball spotted. Well, gets the strikeout. That right there, I think, is a testament to just being methodical with your
Number
pitches.
72.
Yeah, it was well timed. Just had Ashnod, you know, thrown off his rhythm maybe perhaps a little bit. Then K-Man turning it up to 102, just got it done.
So now a chance for Light Snack to get out of the inning, only down 2 after the big home run. Thinking again about his pitches, BB King is the batter. Runner at second. Just missing there on the fastball. (3-1), a changeup, hit foul. So a big full count pitcher, whiffer activates versus the K-Man. He's got to throw a strike here. He just misses there. A great take from Ashnod. Puts 2 aboard.
Now batting, the pitcher.
2 aboard again,
number
I think,
8.
for the pitcher, so you don't want another pitcher hit if you're Light Snack. Just want to find a ground ball or a strikeout, maybe. He's tense, and he's got a ton of pitches on finger
Now
looking good.
batting, number
24 already.
35.
Yeah, finger looking good, just not too effective in this series. And Thomas Dorsey off the bench here. So that'll be the day for the pitcher for the Blues. Into his bullpen now goes Ashnod, at least next inning. Big spot here for Light Snack. He wants to keep this game where it is. Layden Egg need only range a bit out to left field, makes the catch. So that will end the inning. Chicago Blues strike for 2. They lead 5-3.
Yeah, and we're going to see Willie Dixon come in out of the pen against the 3-4-5 of Light Snack. So well pitched after giving up the home run
Now batting,
to just keep things where they are. Now he can have his chance to get back in this.
It is Willie Dixon, the specialist. Only 3 pitch arsenal, though. Could play in his Snack's favor. Typically the 3 most favored pitches by many players. That one ripped right at Muddy Waters. So now Bak Bagak. Diminished stats. No one aboard.
23.
That one ripped right back out the middle. Unfortunately, fortunately for Ashnod, it didn't take the head clean off of his specialist pitcher. That could have changed the complexion of the inning.
The left
Yeah, absolutely. That one just phasing through him. It's a big hit for Light Snack either way. So let's see what Woodsy can do now. Whiffs on the first pitch.
Woodsy Owl needs a second here after the whiff. That changeup not in a good spot. Too early, however, was Snack. And then the fastball just a bit too late. 101 miles per hour. A good pitch from Ashnod. Here comes Hooter Hoot. Pops it up first pitch. Right center field, Waters. Ranging. Makes the catch. So despite that hit up the middle that very nearly decapitated the pitcher, it goes as a relatively clean inning for the Blues. Finger looking good. Back to work. That one crushed. Woodsy Owl back. Running out of room. It's gone. It hits that Blues bullpen out there. And Chicago extends the lead to 3.
Yeah, that one was really high up there. That's not often you even get a good glimpse of the surfboard or anything that's that high in this stadium. But, you know, you got him when Ashnod's here hitting balls that are almost to the moon.
To the moon indeed. Pear Tree gives up. It's gone back to back. Ashnod finding his stroke on a couple of missed pitches.
Yeah, I think far and away the screwball is the easiest pitch to get a hold of when it's missed. And Ashnod getting some good distance, well placed, well done on the reticle there.
Now perhaps taking finger licking out. I believe this was around the time that we saw Mother Clucker in Game 5. Mother Clucker is the lefty specialist, so Light Snack considering the handedness of each batter, but he leaves in finger looking good, at least for now. Elwood Blues batting after back-to-back jacks.
Yeah, and he himself is locked in this game.
Yeah, locked in is the left fielder. He's going to find himself in a 3-1 count. Lots of pitches here for finger looking good. In danger of walking unless he chases, he doesn't. So after back-to-back jacks, it is a walk.
Now batting, the second baseman.
That's going to be it for finger looking good. Mother Clucker in to the game. Runner aboard.
Okay speed for Ashnod here, so Snack's gonna want to try and find like something on the ground or get another strikeout that uses a lot of pitches, but there goes another one. I'd think might stay in.
Oh no, Woodsy Owl thought it was gone. Instead it hits the warning track, so that'll be an RBI double there. It's 8-3 Chicago.
Yeah, Woodsy might have had a chance to catch that if Snack goes back for it.
Has a chance on this one for certain. Makes the catch. Runner retreats to second, so that is the first out of the inning. Finally, Ashnod records it out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
That one hit hard through the right side. Ashnod threatening to go home, but just for show. There's no way he would have made it.
Now batting, the third baseman.
This one in danger of getting it out of hand, if you don't consider it out of hand already. Obviously, Light Snack more than capable of scoring the deficit. Chicken Dinner with a nice stop. On to first. Takes the out at first. Probably the smart play. May have had a flip at second. There's 2 down.
Yeah, it would have been close. Fielder's choice, though. Either way, good play, because the next pitch goes out to Big Bird for out number 3. So 4 runs do score, but now Snack will get his chance to hit, try to respond.
Yeah, so now down by 6. It's been a tough last 3 innings on the mound for the birdie pitchers. Ashnod continuing to deal. Finds himself ahead. Partridge Pear Tree in the bottom of the 6th. Goes after a ball above the zone. No problem for Staples.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 3.
Now laid an egg. Shortstop. Looking to get aboard ahead of Mother Clucker, who almost certainly isn't coming out. 1-2, fastball ripped, but it's right at James. On to first. 2 down here in the 6th.
Now batting.
Yeah, that was hit hard by Snack. Now he might, no, he's going to leave Mother Clucker in. Let her keep rolling. She's got the negative against the specialist. Hits it hard there to Staples.
Yeah, even with the negative effect from the specialist, the nearing 0 traits or attributes, still hits it hard, but it is right at the defender. So that's the 3rd out. Top of the 7th here, Willie Dixon may come out of the game, as he is the lefty facing the lefty specialist. Yep, we will see righty Magic Sam. Multiple appearances in the series. Good backdoor cut. Ahead now is Clucker. Wild changeup. Doesn't get him. 2-2. Gets him to kind of foul it off a bit. Not catchable. 2-2. Fastball up and in, jams him. Broodmother, no problem. That's the first out of the 7th.
I think we've only ever seen 2 pinch hitters so far off of Ashnod's bench, and Magic Sam and Thomas Dorsey. I wonder who else he's got hiding in there.
The Muddy Waters now with 1 out, nobody aboard. Important for Snack if he wants his season to continue. He has got to bear down on the pitching side of things. He has allowed multiple runs in each of the last 3 innings. That's where the game stands. Has done a great job thus far, forcing Game 6 after being down 3-0 in the series. That's a quick 2nd out.
Now batting.
Bringing up
The right
Blues.
fielder.
Yeah,
Number
absolutely.
3.
Snack has shown tons and tons of fight tonight. Just getting here, this could have been a very, very short cast, but he managed to make things happen in games 4 and 5. And there's still room to do it here in Game 6. I mean, it's the top of the 7th, but there's outs to work with, and these are 2 of the best offenses in the world of Super Mega Baseball.
Yeah, certainly light Snack as he gets out of this inning. Nice out there. The only player thus far in Season 9 to take a game off of the reigning champ Lazy. And of course, that was 100% due to the offense. I believe it was a 1-inning mercy. If not 1, it was 2. But that's just a testament to not only the run scoring ability of Light Snack, but the quick run scoring Light Snack. He could do this all in 1 inning. Just kind of depends on if he gets a few things falling his way, and if he exercises that good eye.
Yeah, for sure. He's down early here, though, to Albertina Walker, who's making her 3rd appearance of the night.
Yeah, the velocity there just too hot to handle. That's a big strikeout for Ashnod, retiring the leadoff batter, Chicken Dinner.
That's inside.
Big credit to the pitching of Ashnod. Hasn't really bitten him too hard like it did last season. It's got him in a position to return to the World Series, as that was a single up the middle.
The first baseman.
He is up 6 in the 7th.
12.
That one hit hard. Will that find some grass? It will. Jake Blue's opting not to dive. Base running not a problem for Snack, so 2 have reached here. Like you were saying earlier, we haven't really seen the long ball too much out of the birdies. That feels like what they need right here.
Yeah, for sure. A big shot to the arm of the Blues would be really rough, or for Ashnod to have to deal with. I think maybe his pitching composure would start to get a bit rattled. That's what Snack needs. He needs more mistakes coming over the plate, some things to jump on. It's just not been ideal for him, having to pick at balls that are over the edge.
Yeah, it looked like light Snack right there. It looked like a defensive swing, but it was only the first pitch of the at-bat. So he popped it up with Bagok. He'll need to do something with Owl if he wants to score. But he finds himself behind. Albertina Walker with the K-Man. See if we get the fastball here. And it is a fastball. It's high. It's swung at. And that will end the inning. So great pitching after getting into the jam by Ashnod. He comes back to work.
Yeah, 6 outs away from a World Series, and he's got time now, too, to try and pad this already hefty 6-run lead.
That one is popped up. Hooter Hoot calls for it near the umpire over there. Makes the catch. Umpire signals out in case we didn't realize it.
Second baseman, number 1.
That one destroyed to left field. Gets another run on the board for Chicago. The lead, or their run total now in Game 6 into the double digits at 10. This is the best we've seen Ashnod tonight after being held down a little bit in games 4 and 5.
Yeah, for sure. He really got around on that cutter there. Just missed from light snack. It's tough when you miss your location down there. Another one that got a little bit wild, but Leidenang was able to gobble it up. So, getting a couple outs here. Just a big dagger home run.
Big home run from the Blues, looking to punch back-to-back tickets to back-to-back World Series in the XBL. Of course, as a rookie, making it. That's an excellent fastball at the end of the inning. Ashnod making it to the World Series in Season 8, getting swept in that World Series by defending champ Lazy. Lazy looking to make it back to the World Series as well. He plays his semifinals versus Mike the Cooch, first-time semifinalist. They begin on Tuesday. So make sure and tune in for that. What time is that at, Dwayne?
That'll be at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Right, so both Tuesday and Thursdays when
Yep.
Mike and Lazy will be beginning their series. But in the meantime, we are still time here for Light Snack. He's got 5 outs to give, down 7, needing a moment.
Yeah, 7, 8, and 9 here. So he's got to be a bit strategic to try and get things to turn over to chicken dinner. Maybe try and set the table somehow. You'd have to think Mother Clucker's going to get lifted again, and we'll have to see Penguin or Talon Grip in the top of the 9.
Yeah, exhausting his timer here is Snack. Exits the screen with 1 to go. Now hitting with Partridge Pear Tree. Bottom of the 8th here at the Swagger Center. Partridge Pear Tree bidding for the wall. There's a home run for the Birdies. They get that run back. The deficit now 6.
Yeah, nice little solo shot there from Partridge Pear Tree, who's had a hot series, been getting on base the whole time, so earns himself a home run. Maybe that'll put a jolt into this Birdies team. You know, maybe the dugout's going a little bit wild. That's what they need.
Maybe a bit of energy into Light Snack. Possibly doubt into Ashnod, but he delivered a good pitch there and follows it up with a decent fastball. Light Snack does a better job getting down to get it. Going down to get it. That removes some mojo off of the pitcher. Mother Clucker to bat. With only 3 outs, defensive outs in regulation needed for the Birdies, I would think he'll gamble. And he will. Stuffed turkey.
27.
Into the game. First pitch curve, it was hung. Hit right to Staples. That's one that kind of breaks your heart if you're a Beaky Bay Birdies fan.
Yeah, you can really feel things starting to snowball, and you just need, you know, the pitches to keep coming over the plate. As that one might get over the... Ooh, what a play.
What a play indeed from Elmore James. That ends the 8th. That puts the Blues 3 outs away from a trip to the World Series. Silences the potential rally there with that catch. And that one slugged left center field. Nobody will catch it. So it hits the track and off the wall. Pear Tree has a bit of trouble getting it back in, but it doesn't make a difference. It's a double of the leadoff variety. Ashnod not happy with the 6-run lead.
Number 72.
Yeah, that leadoff double is going to be dangerous. You're going to have to be a little bit strategic if you're Snack. If you don't want this to get any wider, give yourself any bit of a chance to get back in this bottom of the 9th inning. It's going to take, you know, a 6 possibly plus run comeback to get it done. But if anyone can do it, it could be Light Snack and Beaky Bay.
It is going to be the plus part of that 6 plus, as this is an RBI double extending Ashnod's lead to 7. Things starting to get a little shaky for the Beaky Bay Birdies, who had the aspirations of a reverse sweep. You'd have to tell me, do you know if that's ever been done in the XBL playoffs in a best of 7?
Not to my knowledge. There might be someone in chat that can recall better than I, but not to my immediate knowledge has the reverse sweep from 3-0 down ever been done.
Yeah, and it's not the likely outcome in this series either, at least at this point. It would take quite the bottom of the 9th. Still lots of work to be done here in the top. Otherwise, things looking quite good for Ashnod. 1-2. Good curveball gets popped up. Pear Tree has it. Back into second. 1 down.
Yeah, Snack just needs outs right now so badly. 11-4 now the game is. So the 7-run deficit, staring him in the face. Bottom of the ninth is going to be his last chance. This switch up to the slower curveball, four-seam changeup arsenal, maybe the ticket to getting those outs.
Yeah, certainly. Despite the worst attributes, the repertoire of this pitcher, in my mind, makes him perhaps better than Penguin. So now a 1-2 curve. It's a bit wild, so no swing. The 2-2 coming momentarily from Talon Grip. Jake Blues. He needs to take it. Pops it up. Looks like he just got under that. I don't know how. It seemed like a good pitch. Woodsy Owl makes the catch, fires it back in. 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Still dangerous though. Locked in Elwood Blues again. Batting .600 in the playoffs too. It's pretty insane.
That changeup hung, and that's destroyed. Will this one clear the stadium? Oh no, it absolutely did. That was further than the one he hit last year. That's in our promo video.
Wow. 450 feet into the freeway. Ashnod doing it again. He can't get out of Swagger Center without putting one into the street.
Yeah, this game just, I would say, a bit out of reach now. It is a 10-run game in the ninth. No mercy, obviously, because they're going to play 9 no matter what. Here come the birdies. Season on the line. They need a miracle. It'll be Willie Big Eyes Smith.
Yeah, the mountain stands 14-4. The meat of the order at 2, 3, and 4 for the birdies.
Right fielder, number 13.
Swinging first pitch is Snack trying to find that single. He doesn't get it. 2 outs to go for the Blues. Bruce Broodmother swinging first pitch as well. It was high and inside. Willie Big Eyes Smith delivers. Broodmother looking for the gap. She gets it. That is going to be a 1-out double as Waters gets it back in, but not in time.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit of a start here. Just got to get hits, get runners on the bags. Balk Bagok gonna have to get a hit.
What a series from Broodmother too, another double. But I think the difference in this series really has been the long ball. If you rewind to Season 8 semifinals between these two, there was no discrepancy really in the amount of home runs hit. They were both cranking them. It's been different this season. Ashnod still hitting them. Snack. The offense has been there, but just not of the long ball variety. Not what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say the jump to 93 ego is to blame.
Yeah, it could be to blame.
Yeah, just better pitching too from the Blues. As this one down to the shortstop, on to first. The Chicago Blues return to the World Series here in Season 9. What a job from him, taking it in 6 games, defeating his rematch opponent from Season 8. Goes back to the World Series. We shall see who he faces. It will be either Lazy, the defending champ. It could be a rematch, or a matchup with Mike the Cooch, who is a new semifinalist. We'll have to see as we as we go into. No, you're good.
I was doing some editing on the transition screen.
As we go into the next semifinals next week, Tuesday and Thursday, it'll be Lazy, it'll be Mike the Cooch, and the winner of that best of 7 will play Ashnod's Coupon. Congrats to him for punching his ticket first in the XBL to a World Series.
Yeah, Ashnod racing first to punch his ticket, like you just said, after storming to a pretty strong offensive approach here in the semifinals, strong throughout the rest of the playoffs and the regular season. So many congratulations to him. But we got to commend the fight from Light Snack tonight to come back and give us a show. This has been one of the longer casts we've ever had now that they've wrapped up the 3 games here. He really made it happen in Game 4 and then Game 5 too. So congratulations to him on a great season. Great job with Beaky Bay, and there's a lot to be said to pitch that well against Ashnod and to come back, and have that many lead changes, things like that.
Yeah, just an excellent job. It could have been very easy to kind of roll over and not play 110% and take the sweep. He really fought back tough, made it interesting, made it very interesting for us. for all his fans who were watching. Put on a great show. Both of these guys did. The power. We saw the power. We saw pitching. Great defense. What a series. Back-to-back seasons. They go 6 games.
Yep.
You love to see it. You don't want to see short series ever if you're a neutral fan. Obviously, if you're one of the players, you want to get it done quickly. But yeah, that was a treat. That was a treat to cast, Dwayne. Thank you for having me in the booth. And for everyone else, if you're new around here, you could consider joining the Discord. Scroll down. That's where you can get the best updates about when the next games are going to be broadcasted on the channel. Of course, make sure to follow the channel. 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern on Tuesday. I believe that is when Mike the Cooch and Lazy will be starting their semifinals. Do we have any AAA games before then, or was that axed?
Negative.
Okay, so yeah, just XBL starting Tuesday. The rest of the AAA semifinals, again, join the Discord, and that's how you'll be able to know when those are resuming. But that's it for us tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with us. I've been Weaver for Prez. Dwayne, take us out.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you again one more time to Ashnod and Light Snack, our participants tonight in the XBL semifinals. Congratulations to Ashnod for punching that ticket to the World Series. It's been great to cast again to you all these semifinal matchups. Now we got the first World Series that's not the AA with their first participants, so we'll be getting everything started to get sorted for those two soon. So keep your eyes peeled, like Weaver said, on everything on the Discord to keep up to date with that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This has been a great production, and have a happy and safe evening. Weaver and Dwayne out.
Good night, guys.